Boom, 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 boom. We go display capture. Okay, boom, 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 boom. How is it going, everybody? I cannot see chat. You cannot see me. So if you guys are talking and saying, "How's life? How's everything going?" Bloody, 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 blah. Guess what? I can't see it. I can't see a word you're saying right now. But we got a fun live plan today. So as I clean out my workload here, you guys are all just going to be chill, be cool, be chill, be cool. Be cool, be chill, be cool, be chill. Okay, so we got TikTok here. Now we go to youtube.com. Oh, wait, shoot. We're going to have the delay again. Oh my God, I'm never going to remember this delay. This delay on YouTube, I'm sorry. How bad is the delay if I listen to it right now? Okay, so we got TikTok here. Oh yeah, the delay is bad. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. 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 TikTok. TikTok on the clock. Ooh, profile. I don't want political. TikTok. Okay, yeah. TikTok's not that delayed. How is it going, everybody? I think I got almost all the chats pulled up. I think I got almost all the chats pulled up. Okay, we got this one. Now we have this one. In theory, this should now work. Now we go here, move this away, put this TikTok live. Really, it needs to be this one here. Okay, can everybody chit chat? Say some words. I want to make sure words are working. Say the words that are coming to your mind right now. Say the words. Okay, TikTok's working. Ooh, okay, I gotta think about that. Gotta think about that one in the headsies. Car deal. Are we negotiating today? Yeah, that's up there on the list of things to do. YouTube, say words. YouTube's not working. That's fine. YouTube never works when I want it to work. Okay, now if I do pop-out chat, I bet it works. If we just go test. Boom, pizza. Okay, perfect. We got it. We did it, guys. How is it going? Thank you so much for being here. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Tommy. And we are delivered. By delivered, it's just a company name. And we go live 3 days a week. Maybe even, honestly, we do more than 3 days a week. But I guarantee at least 3 lives every single week. Our goal is to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Or right around 3 o'clock. So, the goal today, guys, is really simple. I want to talk about some car buying advice. Step 1. So I want to talk about the five things that I've seen in the last week that I'm just straight up saying is bad car buying advice. Like straight up, people claiming that this is good advice. I've seen it, and I want to talk about it. I want to have a conversation about it. So those are 5 things. That's going to be a little bit of a thing. Secondly, is going to be, we are going to buy a used car. So I'm going to show you my process for a used car. I'm going to show you guys my process for a used car, and we're going to do the top 5 car buying advice, but we're going to start off with the first, I don't know, about 10 minutes of the stream answering your questions. So yeah, clip those 5 things, editors. Now, it's not lipstick. I just have chapped lips, but thank you, Bento. I can thank my mom for that. How tall are you? 7'7". A dealership just reached out to me about my vehicle. What should I even reach out? What about your vehicle? Like, tell me more. What's the hardest part when negotiating? For most people, it's emotions. Emotions are high. It's one of the biggest purchases of your life. So it's really hard to keep that emotional side and the analytical side ahead. It's why dealerships like engineers become really good negotiators at times, because they're not emotional, they're just analytical. You can see a lot of memes of engineers being really good at negotiators and just like pulling out a pen and paper and being analytics. Now, the beautiful thing about, you can have that personality, which I do think helps with negotiations. Hello, Tomislav Ivan Makula. Sure, okay. I barely drive. I got a 2009 Corolla. They want to buy. Nah, just keep your car, dude. Nah, okay, let's Maybe we'll do 2 videos here. Maybe we'll do 2 videos. Let's do top 5 lies that the dealership tells you. Something along those lines. Boom, boom, boom. I'm thinking if I can do is power. Someone else is looking at this car. Boom. Someone wants to buy your trade. So I'm thinking about another video idea, and I think I can do this. I think we can do this. What would be 2 other giving away cars at the end of the month? And bring in that offer. No, it's presence is power. I need one more. I need one more lies that the dealership tells you. Oh, yeah. Already installed. You need to pay. Okay. Sorry. We might have 2 videos here. Boom. Okay. So, here in Florida, would love to sell you a Toyota. I love it, dude. Sign up for my first to call list. The link is in my bio. With the fires in California, what should buyers pay extra attention to? Air filters, seals. Good question. I mean, the thing is, it depends what you're buying. Like, if you're buying a Toyota right now, most of them aren't even on the ground, so they're not going to be that impacted. Here's the answer. I don't want to give an answer and bullshit my way through that. I don't know. I'm not a fire expert. I'm gonna pull an answer that I don't know. I don't know if you're in LA and you're looking for a certain car, and there was a fire that was blazing the entire city. I just don't know. And it's okay sometimes to say you don't know the answer. And I don't know where. Ask ChatGPT. Maybe that smoke smell. Yeah, I mean, if it's yeah. There's George Floyd and Folsom. If it smells like smoke, what's the word that rhymes with smoke? We gotta get a good rhyme, guys. Good rhyme. Chat GPT. If it smells like smoke, avoid car buying. Rhyme to remember. Okay, cool. Guys, I got this. Oh. If it smells like smoke, let that deal go broke. Ooh, if it smells like smoke, drink a Coke. Or if it smells like smoke, that deal is a joke. All of these are acceptable answers. Ooh, I like it. Port installed options. Is it BS? Is it BS? Kinda, but are you getting rid of it? Nope. Ooh, if it smells like smoke, it's not dope. Avoid the stroke. Okay, that's a little bit more on the dark end. Is APR going down? Sure. I mean, in theory, everything's going down. Ever use Moto Miner? Nope, never heard of it, Brandon. Moto Miner, I feel like that's like a crypto car buying thing. Take a toke. Oh my goodness, you need to calm down. You need to calm down, people. I'm in Canada. I got $3,500 off an Elantra, and is this a solid deal? It seems like a solid deal. I'm not a Canadian, so I'm not 100% sure. But Moto Miner is a used car search. Check it out. I really like VisorVin, dude. I'll check it out. But it's probably not VisorVin. But we can look at Moto Miner. I'm all for always looking for new search tools. But I will say I really like Visor for search. Moto Miner is a search. I hate it already. In 4 seconds, I hate this thing. And it's just the way it looks. But I'm going to give it a chance. Chevy Colorado. I hate it. Color. Nope. Don't like it. Yeah, check out VisorVin. It's so good. Deal rank. Oh, they're going to rank my deal 1 to 5. Oh my goodness. Oh, geez. Nope. Auto trade, no. Go check out Visor, guys. Link is in my bio. It's great. Okay. Want to answer a few more questions, and then I want to get into, guys, just to remember what we're doing today. Step 1. I want to talk about the top 5 bad car buying advice that you are being fed. Everybody wants to say something to go viral, right? And because of that, there's some crazy advice out there. So I want to cut through the noise. and tell you what this. Because I'll tell you guys, when it comes to my car buying advice, I might use a phrase to cause controversy. I think that's okay. Like, does the dealership steal your cash down? That's not saying dealership steal your cash down, but it's asking a question which is so absurd that everybody's now going to comment, yes, they do. Yeah, they're scam artists. Or, of course they don't steal it. Nobody thinks that. And that is a clickbaity title, which we're not saying anything. But some people like to say, dealerships steal your cash down, so follow me to avoid the scam. That's bad car buying advice. So we're going to get into stuff like that. But some of this advice sounds good, right? Some of this advice sounds solid, but it's not. It's not solid at all. I would say it's the opposite of solid. It's anti-solid. It's negative solid. 25, a RAV4 Hybrid, XLE, 440, 360. That seems like a good deal to me. In my head, that doesn't seem like a bad deal. 1 or 2 year old used finance car versus new. I would buy new versus used right now. I actually got scammed buying a first car in October. Oh, secondhand purchase. That's tough. I'm so sorry. It's been months and I still haven't been able to get it on the road. Wow, that's insane. I'm so sorry. Tommy needs to mess with dealerships in Washington State. Crazy markup. We've done a lot of videos. We've done a lot of videos in Washington. You guys just don't know. Thank you for saying the clean camera. Thank you. We're working on this, Cody. We're trying to make this good. And maybe I'll zip this up. Will I look nicer if I zip this up? Sorry, it's so cold here. It snowed in North Carolina, which things don't snow here. So I have a hoodie on. Is this better? Do I look more official now? Should I put the hood on? Let's talk about some car buying advice. Do I look cool? I'm pretty sure it's cool. You got 15% off Tacoma? Sick. Nice, dude. Nice, dude. Do you deal with Rogers, Toyota? I don't know, Rogers. Now you look like a kid. Okay, I can't do that. Oh, jeez. It's cold in your basement. Jeez Louise, you guys are brutal. 9 degrees. Does Tomlin need to go? No, Tomlin's fine. When do you think new Tacomas, new 4Runners will come discounts here soon? Most basic. Okay. Take the hood off. You look 12. Wow, Matt. Wow, Matt. I thought I was cool and hip. I just want to be one of the cool guys. I just want to be one. Do dealerships take care of body damage? I mean, trade-ins. They can sometimes. Are new Land Cruisers overpriced? If you're paying markup, they are, yeah. Crazy, you grew up in Aliquippa. Oh, that's crazy, Brandon. It's so close. Are you in Charlotte? Yes, I am in Charlotte. I love it. I love it. How much off a new Silverado 1500? Like 7-8% for sure. Plus rebates. I'm hip and cool in your book. Thank you. What is the percentage that you should be aiming off MSRP? 7 to 10% is my general rule of thumb. 7 to 10%. Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready for video time? So if you guys are new here, how we do things is we have conversations. We have videos that we talk about here. These videos sometimes turn into long form YouTube videos. So there's a little bit of an intro. I'm talking. It's fun. It's great. You guys can say hi, YouTube, because it's going to make it to YouTube probably. So we're going to talk about top 5 car buying advice, but I got to do my intro real quick so the editors can piece this all together. So hello, editors. I got to think about how my intro. It's actually funny. I think these intros are some of the best intros I do when they're on the spot. When I have to film just TikTok or anything, I film like 20 million takes. With this, I normally only have to take 1 because I'm less nervous in front of you guys. Isn't that crazy? I'm less nervous. I don't know why. Hi, editors. Hi, editors. Okay. In 2025, there is a wealth of information. Some people would argue too much information, especially on car buying. The problem is everybody claims to be a car buying expert. Some people that have never worked in the industry, or people that made it for a year, dropped out and failed. And then there's other people that work in the industry that seem to give genuine advice. It's so much advice, it can confuse consumers. What is right? What is wrong, and what advice you should follow to get the best possible deal. So I want to give you 5 pieces of car buying advice that you should absolutely avoid that I've heard in the last week or two while looking at my own social media. So let's get into it. That was good. I think that was good, right? Des Moines is a good city. It's gonna end clip. Okay. So, first off, tip number 1 when we're going into bad car buying advice. Cash down is bad. Do not put cash down. If you put cash down, the dealership will steal your cash down. They're going to take it all. Or, I mean, that's mainly the thing. People say that dealerships steal your cash down. So first off, cash is not a bad idea to put on a car purchase. So many people are scared. Some people say that you should put it in investments. Some people say that the dealership's going to steal it. In reality, putting cash down towards your loan, all that is doing is taking down the amount you are loaning from the bank and decreasing it. It's that simple. So the reason why this is a rumor, why people say this is bad advice, is dealerships are very smart. There's a thing with psychology where a dealership can have you agree to numbers with the salesperson at $40,000 out the door. You go to finance and they pitch you all their products in the world. They say, hey, paint protection, theft, tire wheel warranty, maintenance, gap. And then when you go look at the out the door number, it still shows $40,000. The thing they don't do on that first sheet is add your cash down as part of your out the door. But on the purchase agreement, they do. So when you see $40,000 twice, you don't think twice of it. And you'll notice, especially in the back office, the finance manager, when they get to paperwork, will normally go relatively quickly. They'll try to go quickly. They'll touch on things really quick and just tell you to sign. The way to avoid this is just to make sure you look over all your paperwork. Confirm if you put $10,000 cash down that the price is right. Confirm the numbers you agreed to are the numbers you agreed to. Double check your cash down. It is not a bad thing to put cash down. It is actually a good situation. Now, you can make the argument if you have a low APR loan, let's say a rate under 3%, that financially it makes more sense to keep your money in the bank or keep your money in investments than it does paying cash for a depreciating asset. But otherwise, putting cash in a car is not a bad thing. So don't think that putting cash down is a bad thing. You don't need to put it on your first payment. Like that saves you a few, maybe $100 in interest. Just put your cash down at time of purchase and learn how to read a purchase agreement. If you guys want a video on how to read purchase agreements, I certainly can. But I'm telling you, dealerships at the most part aren't stealing your cash down. And if they are, you can easily see it by reading the purchase agreement. Number 2, bad car buying advice. This one I hear all the time. This has been mainstream for a while. Hide your trade. Don't tell the dealership about your trade because they're going to screw you over twice in one go. Sorry, that's not true at all. Actually, on the contrary, one of the best ways that dealership can get inventory is local trade-ins. Buying cars at auction are extremely expensive. And if they can buy a local car from a trade-in, it is one of the most effective ways for them to get inventory. To the point where they might be willing to give you a better deal on the car just because you have a trade. Now, here's the tricky part. And this is where things get confusing and why they say don't bring up your trade. Now, let's say you are buying a $40,000 car and your trade is worth $20,000, right? What some dealerships will do is keep this car at $40,000, but they'll give you $23,000 for your trade. So they're overinflating your trade. They're over allowing on your trade is what they call that. So when you try to negotiate your car, they keep going back to your trade. Whoa, look how much we're giving you for your trade. And emotionally, you're like, I'm not getting that good of a deal on a car, but I'm killing it on the trade. So you're willing to fold over and take that deal because you're conflating what a good deal is on one, not the other. So the best way to negotiate this is you do want to tell the dealership you have a trade, but don't negotiate it up front. How I normally say is, hey, I do have a trade. I've looked at it with multiple different sources like Carvana, CarMax, so I have an idea what it's worth. We can talk about that in a minute. I'm more focused on the price of the car and my out the door number, and we'll figure out the trade after if we decide to trade it with you guys. This lets the dealership know that we have a trade. They have the opportunity to win that trade, and I promise you it gives you a leg up in negotiations. So many managers will be like, well, why don't you tell me a little bit more about the trade? And then when you have that power move, you can get the discount on the car and then negotiate the trade. And the beautiful thing at the end is if Carvana or CarMax are a better offer, you can just take those and nothing was subject to the trade being part of the deal. So many dealerships will say, well, the only way I give you this deal is if you trade your car in, which is a huge red flag, which is why we don't want to attach the trade as part of the deal. Yes, they're holding ACV on the trade. They're giving you more than ACV on the trade. And again, the other part of the problem is you really always don't know what your trade is worth to a dealership. So by throwing all your cards out there, it just makes things a little bit more confusing for the everyday consumer. It makes things simpler. Now, you don't get tax benefit when you sell your car in private party. So you have to understand that. So when the dealership brings up all these tax benefits, there's some truth to that in a lot of states. But when it comes down to it, you do want to separate these, but you do want to let the dealership know you have a trade. It's important to let them know they have the opportunity to win a trade, just like there's an opportunity for them to win your financing. The third worst car buying advice that I see, and this used to be popular about 5 years ago, and it kind of went downhill with COVID, and now it's starting to creep a comeback, and that is email letters or call scripts. There are certain companies that sell or give away free scripts that you just send this email to the manager and you CC 48 different dealerships and you're going to get the lowest price and you just get to sit back and laugh. I'm telling you, 95% of dealerships are just going to ignore that email altogether. You do not want to give email lists, just don't work. You guys have watched these calls 1,000 times. And you guys can tell when a dealership is reading a script, right? When you see the salesperson reading a script, you guys are in chat laughing and the comment section is blowing up. That person's on a script. They don't have real skills. I'm telling you, when it comes down to it, the salesperson sees that right through the bat. And any person that doesn't have the confidence to just write an email, the dealership knows they can pull one up on them. So sending mass emails do not work. Using scripts do not work. All you need to do, you don't need to have the best sales ability. You just need to ask dealerships for their out the door number. Once you get those out the door numbers, you take those numbers and you ask other dealerships if they can beat it. If your bill beat it, you're willing to consider buying from them. And you keep doing that over and over. You don't need to know fancy word tracks or fancy words. That's it. That is the essential idea behind an email script. The problem with an email script, especially when you're trying to send it to 42 different dealerships, you are trying to accelerate a process that in theory does take time. Buying a car, dealerships do not want to deal with these email scripts. They don't want to see somebody say, you need to get back to me by Tuesday at 4 p.m. Otherwise, I'll pick another dealership. And Riding with Integrity does says it right. Car dealerships, I know you guys don't, some people don't like to hear this, but it's the truth. Dealerships want to build a relationship and a rapport with people. They want to have that relationship. So yeah, maybe they lose money on this deal, but they know that if they made their life easy, there's the potential for more business. Dealerships do have a long-term way of thinking. The reason why dealerships are willing to lose money on certain cars isn't because they're trying to get that commission that day. They want that inventory for the future. They know there's referrals that could happen in the future. And this is why dealerships are willing to do that. They want those relationships. They want to have that connection with you, which is where email scripts fail. You can do this all via text and via email. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is don't use a script. They don't normally work. They're not the most effective. Okay, fourth one here is using fancy lingo to negotiate your car deal. So many people ask me, Tommy, what is the perfect thing to say in order to get a deal? And I normally say it doesn't matter what you say because competition drives the price down. But I see so many people, and this isn't one person or one group. This is a lot of people that say you need to ask for invoice. You need to ask for invoice minus holdback. Or I've even heard people ask for holdback assistance. When it comes down to it, throw all of that lingo out the window, because realistically, you are not trying to work at a dealership. You are not trying to run a dealership, and you are not trying to understand the dealership life. You're trying to buy a car, and you don't need to understand this. Some people are like, Tommy, if I understand all this knowledge, I'm just going to get that much better of a deal, right? Wrong. That's not how this works. You're not going to get a crazy better deal because you know how to use their language. On the contrary, if you start telling a dealership how to do their job, it doesn't normally turn out well. Just think about it. When you're at your job and somebody says, well, I'm pretty sure you're doing that wrong. Let me tell you how to do it right. How do you react? You're normally like, you know what? That's a smart customer. I like you. No, you normally get defensive. And that's how most people are going to get in the car industry, especially in a car industry that is filled with type A personalities. They will get defensive if you start telling them how to do their jobs, and they might just reject the business altogether. So you don't need to know any of these fancy words. You don't need to know floor plan assistance. You don't need this. My general rule of thumb is 7 to 10% off. I didn't make that number up. 7 to 10% off MSRP is roughly invoice minus holdback minus any marketing money. So essentially, the lowest price a dealership will sell a car without truly losing money. That's plus rebates. So that is why I say 7 to 10%. It's a really good rule of thumb without telling the dealerships how to do that. But I promise you, if you go to a dealership and you say, hey, I want to get invoice pricing, the first problem you're going to run into is, what in the world is invoice pricing? I don't know invoice pricing. You don't know invoice pricing. And there's no person in the world that can tell you invoice pricing other than the person you're negotiating with. So how is a good negotiation tactic going to the person you're negotiating with and say, hey, I want you to set the price that we're going to negotiate, and then I want to negotiate to that price? How do you think that's going to go? Like, you're setting yourself up for failure because multiple things can happen. The dealership could just say, nah, I don't want to give you that. Call it a day, and then they leave. Or they could give you the invoice, and now let's just say the invoice is $500 off the car. But I'm going to use Mazda, for example, because I've heard this. Mazda invoice to MSRP is like $800. It is not crazy at all. But when it comes down to it, they get an insane kickback from the dealership. Mazda can pay $200 to $3,500 worth of money back to the dealership. So a lot of these car buying experts will go through and people will go say, Tommy, I negotiated invoice in my car. $800 is what I got off the car. In reality, we might be getting 10% off because we're tapping into that marketing money. We're tapping into that holdback money. And the reason why that money exists, people are like, you're stealing the dealership's profit. The reason why that money exists is because the cars aren't selling the way they should be. So manufacturers are incentivizing dealerships so they can afford to sell these cars at a price that people will pay. That is why that money exists. That is why rebate money exists. So when you're negotiating your next car deal, just ask for 10% off. That is a good rule of thumb. Make sure, few rule of thumbs, that there is no dealership add-ons. You don't want to pay for their paint, their theft, anything along those lines. And the 10% does not include any rebates. If you can get to 7% on most cars, it's a win. Now, there are some brands that this rule is a little bit tougher on because they don't get the same kickback from the manufacturer. I'm going to use Kia and Hyundai as really good examples. Sometimes getting $1,000 or $2,000 off a Kia or a Hyundai is a good deal. Not everybody can do 7 to 10%. Just give me the Tommy deal. I like it. You can pay with $5,000 on the yeah. So yeah, 07, but invoice to MSRP is like $800. That's the problem. Okay. And the last bit of car buying advice, and this is mainly from dealerships. This is not many from the car buying advocates. This kind of went down. Some of them used to say it, but now it's it. But the final worst bit of advice that I hear all the time is your presence is power. I hear dealerships say this all the time. If you want to get the best deal, your presence is power. I'm sorry, this is a load of BS. And logistically, if you just think about it, it doesn't make sense. If we talk about the biggest driver of price, it's actually competition. Competition drives the price down. If a customer is in any building or any business, price doesn't just go down because you're there. Yeah, you're showing you're serious. But when it comes down to it, presence is not power. What is really power is your commitment to buy. If you say, hey, if you do this, I will put a deposit on this car right now. That's a serious commitment. That is as serious as a commitment as if you do this, I will sign the deal right now. Dealerships will take that. What dealerships don't want you to do is take their deal and shop it. So when we're talking about presence as power, it's not presence as power, it's commitment as power. And you don't need to be in the dealership for that. On top of it, I will argue that the best way to get a good car deal is competition. Because in the end, you can sit in a dealership for hours. You can say, I'm willing to pay this. And they're willing to let you walk. But I promise you, anytime you go in, or you go to a dealership and say, I found this car for $5,000 less with a dealership down the street. What does every dealership say? Can you show me the sheet? Can you show me the sheet? If you show me the sheet, I'll beat it by $500. I swear I'll beat it by $500. Please just give me the chance to beat it by $500. I beg of you. That is what happens every single time. But if I say, I want 10% off the car, they say, where'd you get that silly number? Where'd you get that one? And yeah, in theory, some dealerships might say, hit the road, Jack. We're not going to give you that discount. But I'm telling you, almost every dealership is going to want to see that offer before they do that. I'm telling you, there is very few dealerships that if you say you have numbers out the door at another dealership, and if you beat it, they'll buy it, that a salesperson isn't fighting for those deals. That's what happens. So these are the top 5 worst car buying advice. I have a question for you guys. Do you guys want to see more videos like this? Do you guys like this kind of content? I know we do a lot of negotiation content here, but I want to teach you guys what I know. I want to give you guys real advice. So let me guys know, we don't sell a course. We're not doing anything along those lines. It's just free advice for anybody who's buying a car. Now it's hot. Okay. We are negotiating today. We're stripping though first. Just kidding. That's TikTok. That's a lie. I was just taking a hoodie off. Ooh, it's warm. Yes, very informative. Okay. So we can do another one of those if you want. If you guys want another one, we can do another one. Otherwise, we can go in... Ooh, you guys gonna do another one of those? My boy is funny. I try to be funny. Hey, Wayne. I just got a text. Okay. My boy is funny. Can you look at a T-sheet I got last night? We do T-sheet reviews every once in a while. We're not doing one right now. Love the haircut. Thank you. Keep rocking. Definitely. Okay, let's do one more. I thought TikTok was banned in the US. Dude, that thing came back in 12 hours. That thing came back in 12 hours. Thanks for coming back. I know every car salesman was hoping that I would be disappearing here, but we back. For at least 45 days, 75 days. Okay, let's do one more. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do, okay, next one here, we just made this one here. I want to change this one because no, we'll do the second one here. Tommy, have you found it viable? Yeah, we have an editor, guys. We found an editor. It's great. It's part of the reason why not every salesperson is homie. Correct. You're not wrong. Guys, we're not doing bingo today. We will do some negotiations today. We're doing a used car negotiation. So once we get through these 2 videos that I'm going to make right now, I'm going to show you guys a full used car negotiation from start to finish. We had a used car fall out on a client that I thought was going to be done. So because of that, I need to do a brand new set of research. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm doing on research, how I'm finding the car. Call it a day. On a used car. And I don't normally do a lot. We do a good amount of used cars. 30% of our business is used car. But everybody always says, Tommy, you don't do enough used cars. Give me the used car deal. So we'll do the used car deal. But we have to do this. Okay. Video idea. So hi, editor. Oh, gosh, somebody gave me $1.99. I got to answer the question. What are you seeing for Rams? Over 10%. F-150s, 10%. Thank you for the $2 donation. I appreciate it. I've talked to Tommy. He's professional. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you, Samir. Okay, so now we're going to do another video. So hi, YouTube. Say hi. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. I swear, dealerships will say anything to get you in the door. I swear, dealerships will say anything to get you in the door. Their main goal is simple. A lot of people think their number one goal when they're talking to you on the phone is to sell you a car, but that's not the actual goal. The actual goal is to get you in store, because once they get you in store, it is then easier to buy a car. Believe it or not, car salespeople are very process-oriented people. It's how they get the deals they do. And sometimes dealerships like to fib in order to get you in the door or convince you to make it to the next step of the process. So these are the top 5 lies that dealerships tell you in order to get you to buy a car. Love the YouTube voice. Yeah, the YouTube voice is real. Okay, so one of the biggest things I see when it comes down to number 5, the number 5 lie that you hear at the dealership is We want to buy your trade. We want to buy it. Oh my golly gee willikers. Ethan, you will never believe it. I wasn't even looking to calling you today, and I had somebody come in the door, and that person said they wanted a 1996 Ford Taurus. It was insane. And you know what? I was just thinking about it. I'm like, Ethan has a Ford Taurus. My manager says we will give you anything for that car, but we need to see it. So can you come in like now, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20? Like, we need this car. This guy needs this 1996 Ford Taurus. You might even get a letter in the mail saying, we're paying you top dollar for your trade. Or we want to get you out of your lease early because we need inventory. Dealership's number one goal is to get you in store. They're willing to say anything to get you in store because when you're in store, they trust their salespeople are good enough to sell you. So when it comes down to it, understand the dealership probably doesn't need your trade that much. You are not special in this regard. Dealerships just are trying to get you indoors. So don't fall for this tactic. Stay emotionally out of the deal and understand this dealership's probably just telling you this. Figure out what your trade value is and then go to the dealership. Wait, I lost my script. Boom. Let's say you're negotiating, number 4. Let's say you're negotiating a car deal. You're sitting back there. You say, you know what? I want to think about it. I get it. You want to think about it, right? But I hate to tell you, but we have somebody coming to look at this car in the next 30 minutes. It's not going to last. I know this thing has been on the lot for 120 days, but we reduced the price and this thing is hot. It's going to sell tomorrow. So you can think about it, but I'm pretty sure this thing's going to sell by the time you go home. Dealerships love to use this. It's that fear. It's a psychology thing. You got to remember, sales does a lot of psychology. It's the fear of loss. Do I want to risk losing this deal for the opportunity that it can sell? And in theory, this might not even be a lie. There is a world where the dealership could sell that car. But you have to remember, unless you are buying a 911 GT3 RS or something super rare that doesn't exist elsewhere, there are always other cars. Do not ever rush into a big decision like this just because somebody else might look at it. I'm sorry, cars do sell. There's famous phrases that people want to talk about it, but when it comes down to it, if you need to think about a decision, think about a decision. Don't rush into something because somebody tells you the car might sell. Number 3. Mr. Brian, I can't wait. I know that you've been looking to buy a car and price has been an objective. It is the last day of the month, and my manager is willing to give everything in order to give a deal. When can you come down here in order to talk about numbers? Because I'm telling you, he's willing to do anything right now. He's willing to just give you the farm and back. If you come in right now to buy a car, we are 2 away from quota. Now, there could be some truth to this statement, right? Some dealerships might be 2 away from quota, but every dealership uses the end of the month promotions. Or they might say something, wow, that 1.9% is going to expire today. If you don't come buy a car, it goes away forever. I'm sorry. In reality, you can really easily check, and we're about to put this on our website here very soon, I promise you, the rates month by month. In theory, month rates can change, but in reality, they don't change that much. A 1.9% on a car that isn't selling probably isn't going to 5.9 the next month. It might go to 3.9. It might go to 2.49, or it might go to 1.49. You don't really know. But when it comes down to it, don't let a dealership try to rush you into a decision. There are some deals that really do end at the end of the month. I'm telling you, that is truth. But if you need to think about a decision, it is not worth making one of the biggest decisions of your life just to rush into a promotion. The end of the month deals make deals easier, but if you want to be a surefire way to avoid any of this issue, just ask the dealership, what's the deal? If you need me to come in that badly, what are you willing to do for me? I'm listening. And you wait. And you know what's going to happen? They're either going to tell you a great deal or say, well, I'm sorry, this deal is so secret, so crazy, I can't tell you over the phone. We can't have the government listening. And if that happens, just go to the next dealership or just go live your life because the government's not listening to your car deals. Sorry. Okay. Number 2. Yeah. Dude, I would love to remove the tint off the car and the wheel locks and the theft protection, but we already installed it. You know, you have to understand, we have expense as a dealership, and we can't install something and then take it away. So I'm sorry, you have to pay $4,000 for that add-on package. I know, but we installed it, but there's good value there. First off, what I say every single time when the dealership says they already installed that, that's your problem, not mine. I didn't ask for it. And when it comes down to it, I'm not paying for it. Dealerships that try to do this, first off, you have to understand if they're charging you $4,000, the cost on this is probably a few $100 to the dealership. They do this in bulk. They do this with every single car. They are 100% making a lot of money on those add-ons, which is why they do it. So do not allow the dealership saying that they installed it. So that's a problem. If they really want to call your bluff, just fine. Just remove it. Take it off the car. I don't need it. They won't do that. But you can get all these things removed. Dealership ceramic coating costs a dealership like $5 and probably an hour's worth of labor. So $105, but they charge 10 grand for it. And I'm not 10 grand. They charge 2 grand for it. It can be absurd. Do not pay for these add-ons. There's no reason to. And worst case, just tell them, I'll go to another dealership that doesn't have them. I promise you, the dealership will bend over backwards for you. I had this other one here. I liked this one, but then somebody else told me another one that I really liked. There's no way I find it in a comment. No way I find it in the comment. Have you ever been in the car business? Yes. Yes. No, I just have all this car knowledge because I'm winging it. Oh, and the final lie that people tell you when it comes down to the dealership when buying a car is in the finance office. And they're going to say something along the lines of, you know what? The technology on these cars, boys, you're telling me the technology, it's expensive. That screen, $7,000. An oil change, $200. When it comes down to the sensors in the wheels, $6,000. You need to have the warranty because if something breaks, you're going bankrupt. Now, don't get me wrong. Warranties can have values and technology is expensive. But I'm telling you, every number they throw on how expensive something is probably isn't that expensive to fix. And when it comes down to it, the likelihood of things breaking down are not 20, 30, 40%. It's probably less than 5% of vehicles actually have issues. That being said, it can be that. And I will tell you, warranty companies don't offer warranties because they're nice people. It's because they're very profitable and they rarely have to use them. I think the statistic, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, it's like 70 to 80% of people buy a warranty and never use it because they didn't need it. When it comes down to it, buy a warranty based on peace of mind. If you're interested in the warranty, which I'm not even saying is a bad investment, you never want to say yes to the first offer. My rule of thumb from somebody that was in finance for 6 years is just say no. You're not interested. It's too expensive. And keep saying no until the finance manager moves on to the next subject. You're going to see it because when it comes down to it, they might even have a little anger in them. Like, oh, okay, fine. Let's just get your paperwork done. I'll be right back. That's the moment. Like there's a moment when a finance manager realizes they lose. They're not selling you, they can't do it, and they're frustrated. They've gone down to their bottom price, and when they're there, then you can consider. If a dealership's trying to do this in monthly payment, don't do it. Ask for the cash out the door price. Ask them what it would cost cash to buy that warranty. And this is the most particular thing, is when you ask for that cash price, when you get to your purchase agreement, do not make this mistake, because so many people do. Check that the price they gave you is the price that is on that sheet, because so many people will say, it's going to cost you like $1,400 because in reality, they're doing $20 a month times 60, which is equaling $1,400. I understand that math doesn't math, but in reality, they had the leg in the deal, which means your payment was actually $40 less expensive. So they charge you $4,000 for the warranty and said, what cost you compared to what you're looking at? $20 a month. So always check the purchase agreement, make sure that matches if you want a warranty. These are going to be the top 5 lies that dealerships tell you in order to sell you a car or any type of product. If you guys like this kind of comment, if you like this kind of content, I want you to put it down in the comment section below. We want to educate you guys the most as possible. I know we do a lot of negotiations, but we want to start talking about more. So show some love, share your friends and family, call it a day. ChatGPT says 45 to 55% of extended new car warranties are used. There's no way. Ryan, we're ChatGPTing. How many warranties are used. How much? Wait, I'm looking. Do you have paid ChatGPT? I need you to do some research. Can you go onto the World Wide Web and do some research on new car warranties and how often they are used? I am not talking about factory coverage, but warranties that are purchased after the fact. Questions I have. What percentage of new cars have problems in the first 7 years that would need a warranty? What percentage of new cars that have warranties use them in the first 7 years? Do you normally get a return on investment on your warranty? Okay. Let's ask. Okay. I have an update for ChatGPT. Boom, 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 boom. Consumer Reports. Okay. We're going to read this whole thing. Okay. So, just for instance, one survey found that 55% never utilized it. So 45% doesn't. Another source mentions one. Okay, so this is just two different sources. So one source says 55% of people. The other one says 1 in 10. Which source is correct? Can you get me some additional sources? Yeah. Let's see if you can give me some additional sources. Whoops. Uh-oh. 1 second. Sorry, I just broke it. Okay. Boom. Okay. Sorry. I didn't change the question. I just didn't want you guys to see my ChatGPT history. I feel like ChatGPT history is as scary as like your search history, you know? I'm not muted. Okay. However, it's noted that it's okay. Modern vehicles are generally more reliable in the past, like with significant issues. The average age of vehicle has increased to 13.6 years, indicating improved durability. However, specific statistics, blah, 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 blah. Data on exact percentage holders in the first 7 years is scarce. However, noted that many consumers not fully utilized their extended warranties. For instance, Consumer Reports found that they weren't always likely to see a return on investment. So long story short, it's mixed reviews. Less than 45. I'm wondering if I put for your Brett, if I click the website. Okay. I just want to point out, and again, you guys can believe what you guys want to believe, but this is the source that is saying 45% of people. 45. This is where is the source for this? Like the guy with 17 ads on their website. And just has a bunch of stats. Pays $280. 18% of owners said their warranty did not cover a damaged part. I don't know. But this one says 45% of people use their warranty. Lithia Motors is the one that says 1 out of 10, which is kind of insane that Lithium Motors is telling you 1 out of 10. Here's the deal when it comes down to warranties. When it comes down to warranties, don't allow scare tactics to get you. In reality, you should buy a warranty because you like the idea of peace of mind. Just like the idea people get traveler's insurance, you know? Don't buy warranties for the idea that your car is probably going to break down. Because if you're that worried about that, should you be buying that car in the first place? Love the new sign. Thank you. That's crazy that you can see that. Okay, that's the video. You recommend Car Shield, Endurance, or any other warranties? No, I don't recommend either one of those. Any good interest rates on new? Oh my gosh, Roscoe, I'm so glad you asked that. That was not a paid thing. But guys, we are working really hard on this. If you guys don't know, here's the deal. 2025 is a great year for Delivered. And no, this is not going to be an ad, but kind of. It's not an ad. You guys don't have to buy anything. My goal right now is I believe we are doing great things for helping people who have more money than time with the delivered service. You guys don't know, $1,000, we negotiate your cardio for you. We believe we are helping a lot of people. But my goal was not to make a lot of money. My goal was to reinvent the way we buy cars, which means I can't ignore the other people that have more time than money that need help buying a car. So my goal is to make car buying easier for everybody. And the way we're doing that is twofold. First off, I believe trying to find things like what are good rates. If I just type in like best rates on new cars on Google, I swear, if I go to like US News Report, this is the clunkiest website that I've ever done. And in reality, I don't ever feel like I can find a legitimate answer without going through a million different things with 78 pop-ups and every ad about why I should be buying something. And it's just annoying. And I get lease deals that don't really exist, but they're there. Look how long this page took to load. It's absurd. So what we did, and this is a huge time sink, and I'm not making any money on this. Honestly, I'm spending more money making this than we are. But on our website, which is, link is in my bio. Let me make sure you guys can see this. On my website, there's a few different things you now are going to see. First off, car buying incentives. And now you can go through and look at every single brand, and we have a highlighted deal. And you might even see like right here, top deals. That means I looked at this deal and said, you know what? That's a really good deal. Tommy says that's a good deal. 0.9% of the Mazda 3, it's a good deal. 0% on the RZ, it's a good deal for Lexus right now. BMW, 1.99% on the X5, that's a good deal. $8,500 on the C40. And if you click on any of these cars, right, we can go through here and it will go through every single car. You guys can see there's no advertisements. Oh my gosh, there's no pop-ups. Now I'm going to tell you, there's one little advertisement. See this little button right here? Hire delivered. I'm sorry. Shameless plug for the dude making the website that hopefully one person clicks this and it makes this worth it. And I'll tell you, I'm going to warn you because I'm evil. Evil guy, all the money. There's a second button. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He's a money hungry person, but I have to make this investment worth it. And this takes hours of our time. Like normally I do a rate update every month. We're going to make that tomorrow because this takes so long to do. We're going to have it done. Shame me for the button. But boom, you can hire delivered right here. You see the rates. And the beautiful thing that I love about the small print is we summarize the small print in a way that it's not like overbearing. Like 24 Prius, same deals over leftover 24 units. I want to give you guys the idea of what is going on. So, we look at, insert any car here, like the Grand Highlander gas, 6.99, applies to all trims, and you don't need to know 17 paragraphs of why do you qualify or not. Boom. Tommy, make this a pinned video on your profile so when I want to buy a car, I can look here. I love it. The other thing we've done, again, not paid, this is not anything along these lines, is we teamed up with Visor. If you guys don't know who Visor is, these guys are awesome. It's two brothers, Craig and Cole, and their entire idea is make the car buying experience better. I'll tell you, when we found these guys, they did not reach out to us. We reached out to them. We had a client, funny enough, that showed us this tool. I found it and immediately was like, this is the coolest thing that I've ever darn seen. There's an email button. Email these guys. I emailed them immediately, said, how can we partner up? There is no money. There's no money paid between either of us. They don't pay us. We don't pay them. There's none of that involved. This is just a mutual. We like you. You like us. This is the best search engine tool. Let me give you guys some examples of what's going on. BMW X5, right? I want an X5. But I want an X5 with certain packages. I want a new one, obviously. And really, what black? There's carbon black and there's carbon metallic. Do I want carbon black or black metallic? Black's just going to give me everything. So let's go to specific colors. I don't want black sapphire metallic. I want carbon black, which is right here. So I'm going to click carbon black because that's a different black. And I don't want to mix all my blacks. So we're going to go there. But for the interior color, I really like the coffee material. So I'm going to look and see, there's my coffee. Boom, I got coffee. But something, actually, let's take out the coffee because I can give you more options. I really want the driver assistance package more than anything else. So I'm going to go into see more, and and I'm going to go through and actually find the driver assistance professional package. I am telling you, I've used so many search tools, and nobody can just tell me. They might say, oh, does your car have self-driving level 1, 2, or 3? That's not what it's called. It's driver self-assistance. Boom. Click on that. Call it a day. I want the Harman Kardon and audio system. Okay, cool. I also want the heads-up display, obviously. Who doesn't want that? And let's go with those front massaging seats. Now I can look at the colors and be like, oh, okay, let's go to the colors here. Do I have any of those carbon blacks? I don't, but I do have this skyscraper gray that I like. Let's just go with the normal black here. And now I can go into the listings and I see there's 11 of these cars built to my perfect spec right here. 11 cars. And I can look around and say, okay, cool. Let's go through here. Boom. Okay, look, there's I live in Washington. There's 4 here. I can click on here and look how cool this is. I get all the relevant information that I need right now. I get all the features right here. Hire a professional negotiator. That seems crazy. I wonder where that takes you. I wonder if you click that button. I don't know. You can see when they got the car in. You can see how many vehicles there are nationwide, what the average length, the chance this car sells in the next 16 days. This is a deal check beta. They're working on this. It's good so far. It's getting there though. Yeah, it's pretty darn good right now. But it's not perfect. So understand this is in beta. Anything is in beta. Shipping estimate. You want to see how far it's going to take for you to travel? Any recalls? Boom. Everything's right here. But this is really good tools for you if you want to do this on your own. But if you don't want to do it on your own, boom. Hire us takes us right back to the website. What are the chances? We can go through and compare them all. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Now, I'm going to warn you guys because some people are going to say, Tommy, that costs money. It's free. There is, if you are so inclined, if you want to have there's 3 features, which is one is this options. Second is going to be where you can source your vehicles. And there's a few other things. It's $4 a week. So you can be like, you know what? I'm buying a car this week. Spend $4. Have this great tool. And then when you're done, you can, if you don't need it anymore, you don't have to pay for it anymore. We don't get any money from that. We're not taking money from them. That's 100% Craig and Cole. We just believe in their company. We use this tool like crazy. Now, I'm going to point some things out. Link is in my bio for the website, guys. It's called Visor. Link is in my bio. Now I'm going to point some things out that are really important. This is not a mega corporation. This is not cars.com. This is not Car Edge. This is not Car Gurus. This is Craig, Cole, and Visor. It's 2 brothers. Just like me and my brother helped build this company, it's the same way. This might not work perfectly. There might be a little buggy every once in a while. These guys are so cool. That's what I like about these guys. Watch this. If I go up here, I can actually have the roadmap of what they're building at any given time. If you oh, I like this idea, I want to throw that in there. They can have this. They can tell you what they're planning on adding to the website, what's in progress, and the things they've added. They have this. You can actually go to the change log here, and they will tell you, and you can see how often they update this. January 16th, they put filters. This is a brand new filter. Whoops, let's go back here. You can go and see, the next one was January 10th. So once a week, they're adding more and more features. And these aren't we made the button look pretty. We're adding cool features, like a shipping estimate, sick, more mobile friendly, better ways to filter. It's awesome. It's great. This is not a paid sponsorship. I do not get a dime from these guys. I just like what they do. And I promise you guys, if I ever paid a sponsorship, I'll say, this is a paid sponsorship. But this is not. They're just cool. Not perfect, but they're a brand new company. They started 3 months ago. 4 months ago, Craig's going to yell at me and say, Tommy, we started 17 months ago. I think it's 4 or 5 months ago. It's pretty short. They've only been in business for a little bit. They're killing it. We wish them all the best. We want to be involved with them in any way we can to help them grow, because we search for cars all the time. And that's the problem, is a lot of people that are building these search engine tools are building search engine tools that in theory sound nice, but they're not being heavily checked to see if they're actually effective. So when we search for cars all the time. That's our job. That's what we do. So when we found this tool, we're like, oh, wow, this actually works for searching cars. The person who designed and built this with the idea of searching cars. It felt like if we were to build a cool tool, because we thought about building our own tool. That was one of our ideas. But we saw this and we're like, this is everything we would have done ourselves. Boom. Team up with them. Call it a day. Boom, 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 boom. It's great. It's awesome. Okay. How do you guys feel about all the fun stuff there? Was that a lot of good information, bad information, sad information? Because we're about to do, Paul just said it. Are there any BMWs with low mileage new? I don't know. So next what we're going to do is buy a car. Not me. I'm not going to buy a car. But we are going to negotiate on a car. And I'm going to show you how cool this tool is. Visor's dope. Let's get Visor dope in the chat. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. You guys don't do that. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So 4 months for the record. Oh, Craig. Sorry. Craig is in the chat. Sorry, Craig. Sorry. 4 months. The answer's 4 months. Craig's going to yell at me. Tommy, it's been 4 months. I have like 1 cherry Coke a day. I'm down to 1 energy drink a day and 1 cherry Coke a day. Jeez Louise, Batman. Okay. Let's go through. Let's have a conversation. Now what we are going to do is buy a car. A lot of people get to see, hi YouTube editor. A lot of people get to see me negotiate a car deal, but they don't get to see the inner workings of how we get to a car deal. So I want to do a deep dive today and talk about used cars. Used cars right now in today's market always don't make the most sense. For example, if you're buying a RAV4 right now, unless you're buying a 5-year-old example, the depreciation curve just hasn't hit to the point where it makes sense to buy used. We advise all of our clients to buy new because we can get a car just about the same price, if not cheaper, on a new car than we can a lot of used cars. But there are certain vehicles that do depreciate faster. For example, BMW is a car that still depreciates relatively quickly. Now, we still recommend a new a lot of the times, but on this particular deal, we have a client that is looking for a BMW X5 Hybrid 2022. Tommy, no disrespect, but you're broadcasting from your house or my parents. No, I don't. My parents are, no. My house. My house. This is my house. Like, I don't even get, we have employees. I can't pay people's salary out of my mom's basement. You guys killing me. Are you a former car salesman who couldn't cut it or what? That's exactly it. I couldn't figure out selling cars, so I decided to build myself a business with multiple employees because selling cars was just too darn tough. It was so tough. It was so hard. I don't know. It's like the de facto. It's on the second floor. We're on the second floor. We went through this yesterday. I work out of my basement. No shame for me. That's fair. No, you can, no, honestly, I love the haters because the haters, A, give me a time to advertise, but B, like when it comes down to it, like dealerships here, I'm gonna give you guys something. You're not gonna believe me. Most dealerships don't believe me, but consumers care about price. Don't get me wrong, but dealerships would rather go to a direct to consumer route where they didn't have to negotiate anything than deal with it in the current state. And that's because they don't believe dealerships have their best interest at heart. They believe that, and again, I'm not saying right, wrong, or indifferent, but consumers believe that when they go into a dealership, the dealership's number one goal is to take care of me, the dealership, not me, the consumer. And that's a dealership problem. It's not about price. It's not about anything. That's the way they feel when they walk into the building. It's one of the most expensive purchases they make in their life. And that's scary. This is my business philosophy. This is how I've had since day one, is my goal is to fix a problem and make my consumer's life easier. If I do those things and build enough value in myself, profits come. That's it. Like, I don't ever go into a business meeting with my brother and say, how do we make more money off TikTok today? No, I say, okay, cool. Consumers have a problem. They don't like the car buying process. How do we make that easier? And every decision we make here at Delivered is, how do we make our customers' life easier? And we understand if we keep building on that foundation, it's a beautiful foundation to build on because morally it's just right. But it also makes it so your consumers, they can feel that right off the bat. I tell people, like, I'm honest. You don't need to hire me. There's so much free information. If you don't like me, go watch Billy, go watch Kathy, go watch Car Edge. There's so much free information. If you don't like my advice, go follow somebody else's. You could do this on your own. People hire me to save time, energy, and anxiety. Like that's the reason. I'm not afraid to say that. But my value is my expertise. I know this industry inside and out. I understand how to speak a dealership's language, and I make your life easy. And we do this in a premium experience. We do this better. So many people don't see the process. People just think like this is how a lot of people think this process goes. Hey, Tommy, I want to buy a car. Venmo me $1,000. Okay, cool. 2 weeks later, hey, dude, I found you a car. Cool. Have a nice day. Like, you buy, go buy it. Like, no, the whole idea behind Delivered is make it a premium experience. One of the things we say in the consult is I want you to enjoy spending $40,000 or $50,000. That's not only making this more transactional for the client, but making them feel like have a premium experience, making sure they feel heard. So part of that process we do a lot of videos for our clients. We break down the deals we're finding. Actually, speaking of that, I need to make sure I'm looking for a client. 1 second, please hold. Boom. Okay, we can do a deposit. Wait, let me see. Sorry, I have a deal that I closed that I need to remember. I can go Friday. Can we come Friday? Can we come Friday and put a deposit today? Smiley face. Sorry, it's a 5-hour drive. All right. Bro, I could do what you do, but there's absolutely no need for a middleman in car sales. Here's the beautiful thing about this green is consumers would disagree. That's the facts of life. Like consumers disagree that they don't believe they need, because again, my service is optional. You hear me say it 1,000 times. And what I also love is everybody says you could do what I do. 100%. You could try to start your own business and do this, but 95% of all small businesses fail. Starting your own business is not as easy as just getting customers. Because in reality, getting customers is actually not the hardest part of this job. Like me getting business is not the hardest part of running a company. It really isn't. We solve problems, and for that, customers line up to use our service. There are so many problems we have as a business owner that I'm learning and discovering. And when it comes down to it, there are new obstacles every day. I'll use an example. When this Abe boycott happened and there was a lot of drama that happened, I was on vacation at the time. I was on a weekend trip visiting a friend of mine on his 40th birthday. That was something that I had to drop all ship in order to defend my business. That was 2 days of straight stress for people attacking my business because, like that's something that happened. We had, we're going to have and I'm trying to think of something else that's crazy or weird. We had ChatGPT's OpenAI system crash one day. You might say, oh, that's not that big of a deal. But you don't realize the amount of processes when you're building a business that are built off that API, that when that crashes, like we have a lot of automations in our business, right? We have a lot of automations in our business that tell people where they are in their status, what their process is happening. And when an AI system like that goes down for even 8 hours, 12 hours, and then opens up the next day, the system says, send all the automation. So people get 32 text messages from us. And that is like, whoa, now we have to resolve all of this. Setting expectations to clients and where they're going through, building a CRM from the ground up. There's a lot of things that move on. I work security. I also work at Walmart DC in the freezer. I have no clue. Okay, I do want to do some car searching here. But yeah, so when it comes down to it, my service is a luxury service, just like, mowing is having somebody mow your own lawn or do your DoorDash or, anything along those lines. Nobody needs to use my service, but people don't want to spend the time. The average consumer spends about 20 hours buying a car, from research to negotiating to picking up their car. It's 20 hours of time. Even if we argue that we're saving you, again, I would argue that we save 18 hours of time, but even if we're saving you 5 hours of time, people believe that they would rather live their life and do other things, know that they're still getting a great deal in a car to save that 5 hours. Time is valuable. And especially as you learn, as you grow, as you get older. Yes, I'm in my 30s. People always think I'm 14. You learn that time is a very valuable resource. And it's insane. I'll just say it's hard. And like being a startup, I'm working an insane amount of hours because that's what you have to do in order to grind. Everybody wants to take you down, right? Everybody wants to take you down. You have car salespeople that don't like what I'm doing. I have my competition that tries to shut me down. I have other people that just want to, do this. So you're like fighting that battle at all times while still trying to make sure your customers have a world-class ownership experience, while trying to grow your company and figure out ways to enhance, right? Because not only are we trying to make our current customers do great, but we want to build this company to be something great, something awesome, something amazing. And it's not like, this is not a process that we want to just make a few $100,000 and say, okay, bye-bye, have a house. We want to reinvent this industry, which means we are taking risks. Like, I know I love Visor. They're great, but working with a search engine tool like this is, and us, is time and energy and anxiety. We meet with Visor. We talk about things that we like, things that they like, things that we can improve upon the process. Visor is their own company. They're doing this, but we spend time as a company because we want to help this company grow, because we think that's great for consumers. In reality, we could spend our time doing other things, but this is the best way to reinvent the way we buy cars. Same with the car buying incentive tool. I probably have 3 days into that tool myself, just building it in one day. Now we're learning how to get that done faster, more convenient, simpler. And you might say, oh, Tommy, that seems super simple. It's not super simple to get every rate on every car. And we tried now 2 months, different processes. They both failed. We think we have it down though. But when it comes down to it, that process takes man hours, time, and energy. And we really don't see a return on investment on those. Those are just tools for people to have because you guys deserve that. And we don't have a team of 63 people that can do these things. And we don't have investor money. We don't take any of that kind of stuff. Our goal is to make consumers' life as easy as possible. And that's how we do it. Brian McKay, stop talking and start your negotiation. Brian, you know what? Watch this. Brian, what's even funny? I need somebody else to talk because there's somebody else talking there. Boom, 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 boom. Watch this. You guys see what happened there? Boom, he's muted. Because why would you rather let this guy make $1,000 than let a salesperson make a few hundred? Here, Green, what I would do is I would look inward for that question. Because it's a very powerful question. First off, this is like the craziest concept in the world, is I don't profit $1,000 per car deal. We have $50,000 of expenses every month that we run through payroll, things along those lines. We're answering the question right now, Green. Calm down. So we have expenses. We don't make $1,000. This is not my commission. When you're a business owner and you charge $1,000 for a service, you don't just profit that, right? That's not how life works. So we do profit well. Our profit margin is great. But let's just say we profit $700 per car deal, which my personal profit's less than that because I have a business partner that helps us with business. But let's just say it's $700. When it comes down to it, I am not replacing the salesperson. I'm replacing the dealership. Salesperson, finance, everything along those lines. Everything is being replaced by one person. And when it comes down to it, consumers don't feel like they can trust you. Because here's the fundamental problem with car dealerships right now. This is a fundamental problem right now. Is if you are a commission-based salesperson and you are talking to me, I have a motivation to have you spend more money. There's nothing wrong with that. Dealerships are for profit. There's nothing wrong with that. But my motivation is switch or is pulled two different ways. I want to sell a car, but I also want to make the most amount of money possible, right? Like I want to do both. So you're trying to make this weird balance of cool, I want to make a lot of money, but I also want to sell this car. So like, is my advice always for the consumer, or is it because it's going to help me sell a car and make more money? That's the problem. For me, people pay me $1,000 because they know the advice I'm giving them. I have zero reason to say, well, you should buy the Camry over the Accord. Like, it doesn't matter. Buy the Camry, buy the Accord. It doesn't bother me. Like, let me tell you which one's the best car, in my opinion. Let me tell you which one we can get the best deals on. Let me tell you which one has the best incentives. Tommy, should I buy the warranty? I don't know if I should buy the warranty. Great question. Let me give you the pros, the cons, and everything else. I have no reason to lie to my customers. I have no idea even if it's not a lie, to steer my customers one way or another. Because I'm sorry, if you have a customer right in front of you and you sell Toyotas and you keep talking to them and you like, geez, this person really should buy a Honda Passport. You're not going to be like, you know what? You should leave. You should leave here. I don't want to sell you a car. Go buy the Honda Passport. It's a better car for you. You're never going to say that. Not in a million years. You're going to tell them all the reasons why they should buy your car. Let me tell you why the Highlander is great. Let me tell you why you're going to love the Highlander. And when it comes down to it, that's what's going to happen, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. That's your job. But people want an unbiased source. You know, you can spend $30, $50, $90 through TurboTax, or you can pay somebody significantly more to do it that is a professional. I can mow my own lawn, but I'm telling you, it's really hard to get the lines like the landscapers do, those lines, chef's kiss. I can make my own dinner. I think I'm a pretty good cook. I've put a lot of experience in it. But have you ever gone to a nice restaurant? Have you ever just gone, dang, that food is good? Like, have you ever done that at a restaurant? Like, dang, that's good. That's good. I paid for that. I paid for somebody to make that food. It's the same chicken. We can buy the same chicken. I can buy the parsley. I can buy the salt and pepper. But whatever that man did or woman did to make it, profit is not a dirty word. Everyone on here gets paid to go work. Green. In what word did I ever say profit is a bad word? That's what I love. Like in this entire profit, I said multiple times, dealerships are for profit. There's nothing wrong with that. But it also makes sense why they would want to be steered towards somebody who is going to make sure that they get the best possible deal. Joseph, what up, Doug? And here's the beautiful thing about this is, Green, you could take a step back here, but you have thousands of people that use my service. We did 1,200, we did 1,100 and something services last year. If that happens, you have to take a step back as somebody that runs it, that builds this business and works in business, says, why are so many people going to car buying services? Right? Like, why? Is it because this guy is a scam artist? Or is it something that we're doing wrong? Buying a car should be easier. If I call your dealership right now, I should be able to get a price in 2 minutes. A written down price in 2 minutes. Your dealership might do that, but 9 others won't because they don't. And I hear it all the time. I don't want to get my price shopped. Is that better for you, or is that better for the consumer? If that's your mindset, I don't want you to price my dealership. I don't want you to price shop my dealership, which, Green, I don't know how your dealership works, but when it comes down to it, plenty of dealerships will not give numbers because they don't want to have their price shopped. That's them being selfish rather than making their life easier. So what if they shop your price? It happens. It's life. Or just make a price so competitive that people can't shop it. But when it comes down to it, guys, price is not everything. There are cheaper services out there. I'm going to blow your mind. If you don't want to spend $1,000, there are other people that do this for $700, $600, $500. I don't even know, $900. When it comes down to it, I'm not the cheapest service. I'd argue the reason why we charge it is because we're truly the best service out there. My knowledge, I truly believe, is unmatched. I've gone through all the processes of everybody else. I have paid for every single bit of my competition, and I've secret shopped every single one of them. So I know exactly what they do, what their process is, and how they do it. And we've worked to improve and do our own and make it better. That's our idea. And with that, we believe that ours is the best service out there. So just like you can probably pay somebody $20 to mow your, or $20 to cook your dinner, or $300 to cook your dinner, we believe our $300 is worth it. Period. Boom. But yeah, there's other people. Let's play bingo. Okay. Can we get back to work? I want to negotiate a car deal. All right. Were you able to get discounts on an ordered vehicle? Yes, you have. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Okay. We're going to go to Tommy's funnel. And I have a client. So let me give you the rundown of this client. This client, right here is looking for a BMW X5 45e. So we're gonna go into our sheet here. The first thing I do is go to Visor. Visor's great. Just got here. What's our service? Somebody explain in the chat. We've been talking about this too far. Okay, X5. So we're gonna look for this X5. Boom. And they are looking for, let me see my notes here, a 2022 to 2023. They need the hybrid, plug-in hybrid. They want, for color, they want any black or gray option. So this is the one time where I can hit black and gray because I don't need a particular one. And they're willing to do black or coffee interior. They do not want the Silverstone interior. So we'll do that. Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, has to have the executive package. Right? Has to have the executive package. Has to have the M package. M package. Did I miss the M package? M Sport Design, whichever is the M Sport package. Because they want the M brake calipers. Luxury seat package. Luxury seat package, which I want to say is multi-contour. No, luxury seating package. Boom. Shadow line. Now and this is why part of the reason, and this is what we were doing before. We're going to see which ones have this. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So client's budget, $50,000, but we'll spend up to $55,000. I look at the price range right here. We're good there. Now he says he wants to be, he didn't put a mileage goal on here. He said he wanted the driver assistance package. I'm just making sure I have all these packages here. I don't know if this has the driver assistance package. I'm going to redo these packages. I know that sounds silly, but I need to make sure this has it. Driver assistance professional, executive, parking assistance, luxury seating. And then M Sport. M Sport. So like right now, I can tell you right off the bat, looking at what this person wants, there are 2 cars in the entire country. So, or I have somehow lost them. There we go. So let's look at both of these. Step 1, this one has a lot of miles. My client, just so we all know, lives in the Northeast. This one does not have, this has the M calipers. Okay. This one has the black with the Taratufa. Manufacture date. We can go back here. We don't have the warranty status. Go to Carfax. He did want a certain manufacture date. He actually wanted something very particular. 423 or beyond. No. Just need to have iDrive 8. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send these 2 cars. Before I work on trying to negotiate, this client is very particular on what they want, right? So there's 2 cars in the country that I see. Last time I checked, there was only one. Hey, checking on these 2 options. The one that's sold. Okay, boom. Oops. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go and search. Don't worry, we have another used car search here. 1 and 2. Okay, boom. Okay. So those are the 2. What's the name of the site, guys? Link is in my bio. It's called Visor. Okay. Let's see. Of course, what I'll do is put the deal together, then my financial will text you a link. Okay, perfect. That's great. That's great. No worries. I completely get it. Hopefully, car doesn't sell. Okay, we sold another car over here. Okay. Okay. Thank you for all the info. Like, is this a Hank thing? Okay. So now we're gonna go into, we have another client here. So we're gonna put that one to the side for a minute. I have another client that is looking for review request. Okay. This is a repeat client. This guy has done multiple deals, looking for a GLC 300 for his mom. He's looking for a 300. He wants, let's go through, that is the other one we did. GLC 300. So one of the things that is fun with our CRM, black on black. one of the things, okay, so I'm going to pull up my email, which means I just need to make sure it doesn't pop up on that screen. Yep, that is why we did that. So you guys did not see all my emails. I wasn't expecting to do this one, but Jeffrey, okay. Okay, so let's pull up he emailed me a few things. So one of the things with our, one of the things with our CRM that we are dealing with right now, okay, non-negotiable, lowest mileage possible. Okay, so ideally she wants a cardinal red. There's 175 of these in the country. They're willing to spend up to $40,000. Sorry, let me put this up. She wants a 2022 or newer. We can see, again, tough car to find, 2022, 2024. Trying to be all in around 40 grand. So we'll put that one here. Lowest mileage possible. So we don't want one with 50,000 miles, for example. Something under 25,000 makes sense. And, okay. Tax license shipping, 2022, cardinal red. Okay. And I think they wanted certified pre-owned. Boom, 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 boom. Let's look. Okay, so now I know they're down here. Okay, so the first thing when I'm doing when looking at a used car is I'm looking at comparables here, right? So if we look at all the comparables in the market, we have one car here priced at $28,000. We have another car priced here at $38,000. These are drastically different prices, right? Like for me, no matter if it's certified or not, there's a red flag here. Why is this car priced this low, right? That seems insanity. So I'm going to click on it, figure out what's going on with the car. That seems if the price is $28,000, that's a steal of a deal compared to everything else in the market. It's $10,000 less expensive than the first one, $5,000 less. It's in my client's local area. With used cars, a lot of the times, guys, it's not always about negotiating the craziest of deals. It's sometimes finding the right deal that makes sense for the client. So the first thing we're doing, looking over pictures, those look fine. Okay. Service records clean, no damage, rear wheel drive. Is that a vital thing for my client? I think they were open to both. Boom, boom, boom. Heavy on the safety features. Boom, 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 boom. I have these black on black ones. I'm gonna text Jeffrey and see who would take a black. Jeffrey. Hey, would she take a black one? Just curious. Okay. Okay. So I want to call this dealership for sure. One thing I like to do is just check down here to see what we might be running into to see if they have like any of their fees broken down. The green is mad. I just want to make sure that I'm not going crazy. So one of the things we can do is look at the pricing. They took this thing out on January 15th, 29,000 miles. 7 days later, they reduced it to 28,000 miles. I mean, if I look in the market, right? Like I'm looking at the entire market. This has low miles. 22,000 is not bad at all. It is priced low. What am I missing here? Carfax? Accident? No, no accident. Lived in Florida. Lived in Florida. So right now I'm just looking at over 5,000 mile check. That's normal. Somebody sold it right off the bat. At 23,000 miles, check 20. Why? Why was this done twice? Brand new tires, or these tires, drive belts fixed. Dealership said, oh. Mercedes-Benz of Orlando. No, this is at a Toyota dealership. So there's a few things that we can be. This is a rear-wheel drive one too with the same amount of miles. Okay, so let's call this dealership. So like on it, like, and this is where like, and this, so I talk to my clients all the time. So this is a really important thing that I like to talk about with my clients is when it comes down to this, all of these pricing, in my opinion, is irrelevant. I do not know what dealerships are actually going to be selling these cars for, but this is what I'll say. When it comes down to it, this price might not be real. It may be real. I might not be able to get a dime off this price. If they're willing to charge $28,995 plus a doc fee plus tax title license, and that's what they're willing to do, people pay me to tell them what a good deal is and what a bad deal is. People do not pay me to negotiate thousands of dollars off the car. What I don't ever want to do is not show them this car if this ends up being the cheapest car because it doesn't make me look good. Well, dude, I didn't negotiate $7,000 off the car. I can't show them that one. I didn't save them anything. That's not why people pay me for a used car. People pay me for a used car because I'm doing the research, figuring out what the value is. And yes, looking at the market, this car is in their local area, makes sense. I need to figure out what's going on. It's a weird vehicle. It's not going to be certified. But if I want to compare this to a certified car, it is $8,000. Let's just look at this car. Let's go through this car and just see. Now, one of the things on GLCs can be equipment. Equipment can be major. This study does not have many pictures on the car. Carfax. Same, I mean, and we can always talk to both. See if we can get this 38, the one down to like 35. This 38,000 one is priced high. Like you can see this is $2,400 above the market compared to similar listings. Compare that to the car we're looking at, which this one is priced $5,000 below market value compared to similar listings. Something is weird with this car. So let's call them. Let's figure out what's up. Okay, let's call them. Let's figure out what's up. We're gonna figure out the deets.
Thank you for calling today, Fernando. How can I help you?
Hey, can I speak to somebody in sales? Well. Well. Maybe that was a fluke. Oh, wait. Wait. Shoot. Don't worry. On the list, and an allocation drops every 2 weeks. Call Romana.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. Hey, I have a dealership that I need you to call for me.
Most certainly.
I'm gonna send you over their information right now. I'm gonna send you the link on your car. I just need to get the history of what's up with this car. It's a super low, like think of a car, a used car that's $5,000 below market value. Something doesn't add up here. I just want you to ask some questions, try to get some out the door numbers, and see what goes from there.
Sure, most certainly. Do you you're gonna send like the zip?
Yeah.
I'll send. Like
I will send you everything right now. All right, sounds good. I'll talk to you in a minute.
Thanks, Tommy. Bye for now.
Bye. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Okay. So, okay, guys. I'm gonna give you guys the deets on what's going on there in just a second. I have a feeling I know what's going on. So, I have a feeling. I could be wrong, but I have a feeling, and I'm not even gonna risk it. I'm not saying this dealership banned me, but if you guys remember this phone call, you can match that allocation and change your PIOs. Match that. There's no way you can custom order a car. Like there's no way you can put an order in that doesn't exist.
Yeah, you can build one. I promise you.
Okay, yeah.
You can build a vehicle.
What is your that sounded to me immediately like the same person that told me that you could build a Toyota without question. Now my calls. So I need to do this real quick. Give me 1 second. Manage settings. Auto record. Why is that not doing that? Okay, I gotta call this guy. Hello?
What's up?
Hey, are you ignoring me?
No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I was off for 2 days and my desk was fighting me. My cousin wasn't here. I can get it for you now.
Okay, this client, this is a local. I'm trying to get you this deal.
So what does he want? He wants a picture of the J screen?
He just wants to see out he just wants to verify the numbers look right. Like they all just make sense. He just wants it out the door.
Okay, yeah, because I sent it out the door, but then you were like, he wants.
Yeah, but once once the breakdown, once the entire breakdown.
Okay, yeah. Let me fight with him. That's the only thing they sometimes give me a hard time on. But let me see if my cousin will just give it to me. Very
Okay.
simple.
Yeah. Hopefully.
And then when were they gonna come in?
Like they could come in today.
They'll come in today to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Give me about 20 minutes. All right, Tommy.
All right, sounds good.
All right, bro.
Bye. Okay. So what happened with that, you guys? I don't know what I don't want to risk is my goal is to get this deal from a client. That sounded to me like the same person that I talked to on a video before. And immediately the way they hung up, it wasn't like sometimes if they can't hear you, they're like, hello, hello, hello. That person just hung up immediately. Like just immediately heard my voice, hung up. It sounded. So here's the beautiful thing is, and this is what was going to happen if the boycott ever would have went through. We have multiple employees. Our employee, I'll just have an employee call. And if your mindset is now going to be, I'm going to hang up on everybody who sounds like they work at Delivered, how much business are you going to throw away because people sound like they work at my company? I mean, the choices are yours. But I think that's what happened. That's my guess. And I don't want to risk it. So we can do, I don't need to change numbers just yet. Nope. That was the one color she didn't want, of course. Okay. Ooh, we had 3 people sign up for the service. Thank you guys. Sounds suspicious. It's, how can I get you on my podcast? I DM'd you. I don't know if I have any moments for podcasts right now. It would have to be, I appreciate it. Maybe when I'm a little bit, not when I'm training 2 people. I'm not going to NADA this weekend. No. I'm not cool like that, guys. I'm not cool. Okay, let's keep making phone calls. So here's the deal. We have this one car, right? That we're going to figure out the deal of, but we also have this other car. 38,000. It doesn't have that many more options. It does have less miles. Let's view the listing online. Okay, so one thing that they do, which I don't mind. I don't mind what the dealership has done here. Honestly, I think the transparency is good, which is they list the sales price. Oh, you guys can see. They list the sales price. They add the dock fee and the electric title. They add all their fees right here. So this is what the price is. So their selling price is really $36,980, which if I look on the market, right? Because it says their car is priced $2,500 above market value. Now I learned that $1,500 of that is going to be just straight fees that I'm going to pay at that other dealership as well. So now this deal is not as bad. Now this is not a great deal, $36,000. I want to get a better deal. Let me make sure that this interior they're okay with. I think she said she was okay with beige. Yeah. Let's call this dealership. Let's see what's up. And we have that other deal. And the beautiful thing about our deals is that if they both end up being deals, we'll let our client decide which one makes the most sense. 786.
Thank you for calling Mercedes-Benz of Coral Gables. This call may be recorded for quality assurance. For service, press 1. For sales, press 2. For parts, press 3. For all other calls, press 0 to speak with the operator.
It's me, too.
Thank you for calling the Mercedes-Benz of Coral Gables. My name is Winston. What can I do for you today?
Hey, Winston. Hey, I just want to see, first off, if you guys have a car available.
Awesome. Let me have the stock number, please.
Yeah, I have a stock number whenever you're ready.
Yes, this is the sales department.
Yep.
Let me see the stock number. Do you have the stock number? Last four of the VIN?
Yeah. I can give you stock number, last for the VIN. Which one do you want?
Last four, either or.
7743.
7743. Okay, let's see what beautiful is coming here. Okay. We're talking a 2022 GLC or the 2025?
The 2022.
Okay, perfect. The red one. As manufacturer Cardinal red with beige. 14,000 miles. Perfect. Give me a second. Let me check here. Let me see the system. Okay, this one is showing me that it's available. Let me check the other side here. I want to double check.
Yeah.
Okay, it's showing me that it's available, but sometimes, let me see the machine here. What is showing me? The key track. Sometimes it's not accurate. And okay, the other system is showing me available. Oh no, here is now. Let me go back to the last cell that we just get here. Okay. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. Let me see if it's still up there because it's showing me, but in one place it showing me it's there. The other one is showing me not available. I send you a text. Let me know if you receive it, and I can just get back to you.
Yeah.
In a moment.
Yeah, of course.
Do you get my text?
Let me check. I do, Winston. I got it. Perfect. I said yes.
Okay, perfect. Give me 5 minutes. Let me run upstairs, and I'll be back to you in a moment.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you, boss.
No
Bye-bye.
problem. Bye. Somebody said I'm making fun of accents? What? I didn't make fun of anybody. What are you saying? I didn't say anything about the dude. He's a nice guy. Oh. Okay. I was gonna say, I didn't think I said anything. I don't care. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, commenters. Okay. Let's see what else we have in Florida here. So I'm looking what else is in Florida. We have these two cars. We have three cars. This $32,000 one. Let's look at this one. This is Jacobs Mitsubishi. Okay. So this is the one. Free shipping. I've called on this one before. And what was the flag with this car? So this one has similar miles. All right, now you're fine. Oh, yeah. I hate when you have to pay for the Carfax. That's insanity. Carfax. Why in the world? It's a whole different conversation. Okay. I know I called this dealership. Let me look at my email. I know I called this guy originally. 31,900. They've reduced the price. I really want to be. So compared to the one in Orlando, this one has a little bit less miles. Equipment has the premium package light, a little bit more. They've had this car since October. So here's the interesting. Look at this pricing. And this is actually a fun life hack. Let me give you guys like a fun life hack, right? So they priced this car at $29,995, then went up to $34,995, then $33,992, then 33, then 32, 31, 37. So why did they start at $29,995? Does anybody know why they started there? This is actually a really fun, interesting thing that you can figure out. Luffy, correct. So a lot of the times what will happen is the system will automatically throw the car on the website, and and depending on which CRM you're using, the price you bought it for will be the listed price, and it will actually just put that on there. So sometimes that throws up on the website and people don't catch it till it goes through service, which is probably here, went through service, and now it's $34,995, and now they're reducing the price. So a lot of the times this is actually what they own the car for if this dramatic change happens. Now if they go up then down, then up then down, that's a little bit different. Like let's say they went to 34 and then went back to 29. That is them trying to test the market to just get a price dip so they can see price change, negative 4,000. So they're trying. So this is the fun thing. You can see like how many profit they're trying to get originally, about $4,700. Let's call this dealership. I've already called them before. Actually, I think one of my employees did. I don't think I've ever called them.
Thank you for calling Jacobs Mitsubishi, home of Tampa Bay's premier car and truck superstore, and the 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Kindly note, your call may be recorded for training and quality assurance. To help us direct your call, please choose from the following options. For our sales team, press 1. For vehicle servicing,
Thank you for calling Jacobs Mitsubishi. This is Pablo. How can I help you?
Hey, Pablo. I just wanted to see if you guys have a car available.
I'd be happy to double check on that for you, sir. May I ask who I have the pleasure of speaking with?
Hey, my name's Tommy.
What is it?
Tommy.
Tommy.
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Tommy. And which vehicle you call in regards, sir?
I have a stock number whenever you're ready.
I am 100% ready.
Okay, it's K as in kangaroo, 336194.
All right, awesome. I'll double check on the availability for you, sir. In case we get disconnected, the number you call me from, the 386, to reach you back at?
That's a perfect number.
Yeah. I'm sorry?
That's the perfect number.
All right, awesome. Let me just look it up real quick, and I'll tell you what we got going on here. Where's 386 area code at, sir?
That is an Ormond Beach area code, but yeah, Ormond Beach.
Okay, so you're here in Florida.
Yeah, we're in Florida. We're actually in Fort Myers, but that's a little different. But we're here nor there.
I just pulled it up. It's a 2022 GLC 300.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to double check on the availability. I do show it in my system, but there were a couple of things working on it, so I just want to make sure nobody left a deposit or have some kind of a deal going on.
Sure, that'd be great.
So let me just double check with all the managers, and I'll be right back with you, sir. And while you wait, I'm just curious. You're calling from a little bit of a distance away. What did you like about this vehicle in particular? Is it the price, the color?
It's actually the color. We're trying to stay with one in Florida. There's 3 in Florida. We're calling all 3. Trying to buy one for basically what we call our mom. You know, she's great, but she needs a new car because she was in an accident.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, she's okay. She's all good, but she wants a car exactly like this.
Well, that's good. Cars are replaceable, and as long as she is okay, everything else will be all right too. So
She's
I'm
good.
going to put you on a brief hold, Tommy. What's your last name, sir, just so I can log it properly?
Yeah. Mikula, Mikula.
All right. And I don't know if you know or not. If you don't, not a big deal. Which website did you see the car advertised on? Is it Auto Trader, Car Gurus?
Your manufacturer website, Jacobs Mitsubishi Wesley Chapel.
Okay. All right. Cool. I appreciate the information, sir. Just a quick minute, and let me double check with all the managers, make sure there's no deposits, and I'll be right back.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you for calling Jacobs Mitsubishi, where our mission is to help you drive your ambition. Our eager and knowledgeable team will always take the time to get to know you to provide a truly personal shopping experience. Whether you're looking for a new or used Mitsubishi or parts and services for your current car, let us know how we can help you today. We'll be with you shortly. At Jacobs Mitsubishi, we're dedicated to bringing pure philosophy to your vehicle shopping experience. Personal, unique, response, and experience. We'll help guide you through our extensive selection of brand new Mitsubishi models and quality pre-owned cars, SUVs, and pickups.
Mr. McCool, are you still there, sir?
I am still here.
All right. Well, so great news. The car is available.
Okay.
I know you're not right around the corner, but would you like to set up a day or time to come see it in person?
Well, we already know exactly what we want. Funny enough, she had this exact car, so she wants to do something to replace it. So this is why we know exactly what we're looking at. We're looking at one at here and one Orlando. We really just wanted to see the one in Orlando is a little bit cheaper, has like 3,000 more miles on it. So we're just seeing if you guys had any room.
4,000.
Sorry. Huh?
4,000 more miles. Toyota Orlando for $28,995.
Yeah, 4,000 miles, but it's a decent amount cheaper.
Yeah, have you gotten any kind of, and there's a reason I asked this, but have you gotten any kind of quotes from these guys?
We're working on getting the quote. We just talked to him not too long ago.
All right. Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure those guys have quite a hefty package that comes with every single one of their cars.
Mm-hmm.
So they might be advertising that price, but then they're gonna try to whack you with whatever they call it, Toyota Advantage package or something like that.
I get it. I know these cars aren't. Oh, sorry.
I work right across the street from a Toyota store. We have one here, and their package is $4,000, and they don't even. Very, very rarely they'll sell a car without it on there. I don't think they do at all, as a matter of fact. So with us, I don't have any of that nonsense. So with me, what you see is what you get. I got my price at $31,790, my dealer fee of $11.95, and taxes, and then whatever it takes to, in your case, to transfer a tag, since I'm assuming she'll have a tag to transfer from a vehicle that was totaled.
Yeah. No, and I appreciate
that's all it will be.
Sorry. And no, I appreciate that. I know you've had this car in the lot for a few months now. So I guess we'll see for sure if they have any add-ons or fees. They didn't mention that. I know we're talking about to 3 of them, but you guys are the most competitive. We're willing to drive for a good deal. But really trying to be around that $30,000 price point.
Understood. So let me just double check on something here real quick. 1 second. I'm looking into it, seeing if I got any room in this thing. Because like you said, I mean, you see that I've had this car for a little bit. So, and if you're familiar at all with how these car sales work, the longer we have the car, the more they cost us to keep here.
Mm-hmm.
So we'd definitely like to be able to get rid of this thing. So let me see, $53,750. That's the one in Orlando. And what's mine?
Muted. Don't be afraid to double tap the screen. Double tap the screen.
So
double tap the screen.
Let me go ahead and put a quote together for you, Mr. McCullough. Do you have a good email address I can send that to?
Can you just text it to me? I don't even use email anymore.
All right, 10-4. I can do that. Not a problem. I'll go ahead and put that together. I'll send it over to you, and either me or one of the salespeople here will follow back up with you.
Okay, sounds good, man. I'm excited.
Thank you, sir, so much.
Hey, no problem. Bye. So just 2 different things. So That guy was great. Like I always say, dealerships are for profit, dude. That's a level of professionalism you want from a salesperson. Again, you might not like it as a consumer because he's better at his job, but he knew the competition of a car. And I want to get into this. He knew the competition of a car on a used vehicle. It's not his new vehicles, not this. Knew his competition. That's great. That's good. Like, great job for a random car salesman. Was honest about it when I asked him for the deal. Like, he knew he had the car for a while. It wasn't like, you're crazy. Got my first and last name. People ask why I don't give email. The reason why I don't give email is that if I have to read out my email, like 9 times out of 10, it's like so hard to spell out. Like, it's problem. I don't care if you Googled it fast or whatever, but you knowing the competition, you doing that extra step can make you defend your price a little bit more. I always say negotiation is a game of chess. One side knows how to play. And I really enjoy when people know how to play and they play well. It makes it more competitive rather than somebody just falls over and is silly. That guy, $1,100 dock fee. That's insane, but that's Florida. I had somebody the other day that said I was fear mongering because of Florida dock fees, because those don't really exist. They do. What are their car price? We want it 38,000. What is the deal with this car? Oh yeah, we already called this one. We called and we asked about that one. Where's the next closest car that we could do? So that car's been there for a while. I don't think it actually exists. Could that be Olmsted? Wouldn't that be crazy if I was Olmsted? Let's just see what Mercedes of Olmsted. Okay, as the package, I don't know if it's actually real or not. We have Romana calling on the package car. Let's see if she's called them yet. Also, I have a real. Yeah. The packages are slightly different on those. But one thing I will ask is, guys, I just made a video on TikTok that I really want to get your opinion on. It's the stolen valor video where the dealership said that they would lie and find a rebate for me. I want to get your guys' thoughts on that because it seemed like when I was watching it early, there was mixed opinions if it's okay for a dealership to lie to get the military rebate. What is your guys' thoughts on that? I'm curious. I thought on a moral level, but a lot of people were like, oh, it's fine. Like, if it benefits me, that's good. But I don't think that's good. Yeah, and I will also say, like, the problem is that if you've ever applied for a rebate for the manufacturer, it is not that simple. Like, you can't just say, oh, that person was in the military. Thanks for your service. Wink, wink. Like, you have to log into an entire website. You normally have to show your DD-214. There is a or DD-214. Somebody's gonna butcher me when I said it wrong. But you have to show proof that you're in the military. So that's secondly. It just seemed, as a veteran, I dislike. Yeah, maybe it's just me being like, was it a bait and switch and he knew he would decline? Maybe, possibly, yeah, DD-214, thank you. Maybe it was a bait and switch. I don't know, but I want to get people's thoughts on it. And at least initially, I don't know how that video is doing, but it's fraud. Yeah, I said I knew Captain America. Let me see how the video is doing. I have no idea. 20,000 views, not bad. It just shows the dealership is unethical. You never doctored a PDF in finance. That was what? You never doctored a PDF in finance. That was the car business back in the. Yeah, no, it's insane. It's literally called lying. That is fraud. That'll put you in jail. It's not stolen valor. We need to get Sydney's deal done too. Sydney's deal is on our list too. Sydney, we're gonna look at your car here. It's not stolen valor. You don't think it's stolen valor? Let me ask you this. Let's go into this. If I went and said I worked in the military, so I want the discount, and the dealership didn't verify and they gave me the discount, is it stolen valor then? When does it become stolen valor? When I'm the one that initiates it or when the dealership initiates it? I feel like both are the same. I feel like both are the same in my eyes. If you initiate, you're the problem. When you lie about it. But when you don't prove it, yeah. I don't know. I think it's wrong either way. I think it's slimy. Just discount You're just taking money from the manufacturer that's trying to give a really good deal. And the cool thing about what I will say, and this is why I didn't like it, is BMW does really cool things with their military discount, right? Like most dealerships just give you like, or most manufacturers give you a $500 rebate. Good job. Appreciate you sacrificing your life. BMW like gives a scale, and one of those scales can get up to like $4,000 off. They are very strong on the rebate. So, and somebody says it's just a dealership trying to help you out. So let me explain. When a rebate happens, the manufacturer gives the discount. So what the dealership is doing, and again, this is where we say, is this right, wrong, or indifferent, is the dealership is, instead of them spending their own money to give the discount and take out of their profit, they're taking profit from BMW. They're taking that rebate from BMW, saying you work for BMW, and not eating it themselves. So they're not really doing you a favor. They're doing themselves a favor because they now don't have to eat any of the discount. Like they don't have to eat any of the discounts. Is that really any different than people giving out codes for the discounts? I think it is, because the military one's completely different. Military, there's a requirement to check you worked in the military. It's not just a code. Like there's a whole process. So meaning you have to use somebody that was in the military to get that discount. Okay. Okay. Can you send all that to Jeffrey Grant? And you send all of that, including this link, to Jeffrey Grant. You can copy and paste it. Watch this video on your True. Okay. That's bingo square. Double check. Sounds like fraud to me. I don't know. So back of intent, you feel bad. What if it was a mistake? Would you give the money back? Here's the deal that I have, is I don't even think they would have honored it. That's the problem I have, because at the end of that call, he says, don't worry, we'll figure it out. And then he even mentions twice, just so you know, that discount includes the military rebate. Like, he mentioned that like 3 times. Like, oh, just so you know, we got the 8%, but it includes the military discount, and we're going to figure out the military discount. I just feel like that's a way to get you in, and once you're in, like, oh, sorry, we couldn't get the military figured out. Like, it just seems like a bait and switch to me. There's no, like, there's not just like you qualify for military. Congratulations. It's a little bit more of a process. I don't know. It just feels weird. It feels slimy. Just, if you're going to discount the car, just discount the car yourself. That's what I would do. Sydney, I need to look for your car though. Yeah, it's just a weird way. Like, I understand it's like trying to help, but it'd be like the same thing as like, hey, I'm going to lie on the numbers on the contract and say you gave me 10,000. In reality, you gave me 5,000 because I'm going to help you out. Wink, wink. Like, it's still fraud. Like, it's still fraud. I mean, like, there's a certain point, like, do you want to be a part of fraud to save a little bit of money? Would you let them do it for a student? Ooh, Austin. This is an interesting thing. So, military, no. Student is lesser of a discount, but let's just say they're the same. You make a valid point. Because I wouldn't feel so strongly if it was student. But I just feel like military is just... I just feel military... Like, when you... Like, military, like, people sacrifice their life. And they get certain perks in life. And they have so many negative sides. Yeah, we're gonna do Sydney's car in a second. Student, I don't feel, and maybe that's me now being contradictive, but I don't feel as strongly about that. Ooh, I'm a finance manager in trading. What's your opinion saying it's included in your payment? Ooh, Sarah, this is a good question. So what Sarah's asking is that when you're negotiating back and forth, right? Or when you're presenting your products in finance, one of the things you do is once you go through your presentation, you go and you say, hey, good news. We have this platinum package. It comes with a warranty, maintenance, tire wheel, dent and ding, paint protection, all included in your payment of $486. It's not really saying this cost you 10 grand or $150 a month. It just says, and then when the customer says, how much does that cost you? One of the objections says it's all included in the $486 payment. It's a good question. It's not lying. I mean, finance is going to do what finance is going to do. I don't think it's ethically not wrong, but if they keep digging into it, like, hey, what's the cash price of it? You have to give it to them. But I don't think it's wrong to say that at first if you're pitching your product. But if an educated consumer is an educated consumer, they're going to see right through it. And I believe consumers should be educated and ask if that happens, what is the actual cost? It's not deceiving because it's true. I mean, it is true. It is all included in the payment. Oh, wait, we're going to phone call. Phone call. This is Tommy.
Hey, Tommy, Pablo here, Jacob Mitsubishi, sir. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing well. About yourself?
I'm good, thank you. I'm just reaching back out to you with the number. So I talked to my sales director. He just happened to be here. As a matter of fact, when me and you were talking on the phone, and he overheard what you said about, being at 30 grand. He looked at it a little bit closely. We've had the car for a while, so he's willing to sell you a car at 30K plus as long as you do one thing for us. If you're willing to finance with one of our lenders,
okay,
then we can do this sales price at 30 grand. And out the door, you'd be just under 34. You're at 33,919 and 40 cents. As a matter of fact, maybe a little less because that's quoting a new tag, and you have a new tag to transfer. You'd be around 33.7.
Okay, perfect. I appreciate you just making life easy. That honestly, great way to do it. So let me do this. We're gonna call her right now, and I'm gonna show her this. And when do we have? Or two questions, just so I know. Could we put a deposit to hold the car if we needed to?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, perfect. And then, do we have, again, she's going to ask me these questions, so I'm asking you. We're fine making the trip, but if worst case, could she remote sign if she wanted to?
100%.
Perfect. Cool. Okay. These are the two questions I know she's going to ask
You are in Fort Myers, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so I can even, you're looking at 3 hours maybe or so.
Okay, perfect. Let me talk to her real quick, and can I call you right back at this number?
Yeah, of course. And what I'll do in the meantime, real quick for you, sir, is I actually put a salesperson on this. I'm one of the sales managers here. I put a salesperson on this, and I'm going to have him take a video of the car just to go over the whole thing, make sure that it's clean, since you're not coming right around the corner. I want to make sure that there's no surprises when you get here. So he's going to do a quick walk-around video, show you the car, and you talk to whoever you got to talk to, and if the car looks good and the numbers look okay, then we can proceed forward.
Okay. Sounds good. Awesome. Perfect. Let me talk to her real quick, and we'll have an answer here shortly.
Thanks, Tommy.
Hey, no problem. Bye. That was a great dealership. That was great. Like, all the way around. He's a manager. He knows his inventory. He was a pro. Just a little part of me thinks he knows who I am. And, but he came, so this is why I always say, like, guys, when it comes down to it, let me ignore this phone call 1 second. Maybe $100 less with tags. Will remote sign and take a deposit. Those are the two options in Florida. I think both are good. Okay. So let me talk about, like, so a lot of people go through, what I always say when we're negotiating a car deal, guys, one of the most important things to do is to go in and be educated. Don't just go through and offer something insane. A lot of people will say I left money on the table because I offer a fair offer, and if they just accept it, it means I left money on the table. I go in with educated decisions. This dealership had this car priced at $31,790. If I go and look at the market, right, I see there's only one car, really two cars. This one doesn't count because it's so far away and has more miles. That is priced less than that, $28,995. So I know based on that, plus they've had the car since October and they probably own it for $29,000. They don't want to lose money on cars. But that $30,000 is a good price point. It's 4,000 miles less. It does have a few more things on it that the client may or may not like. We can talk about those. But now we have two options for our client. Romana just talked to the other one. So slightly both good options though. Both good options though. Okay. But second one we have to finance with them, so rate may be higher. Okay. Yeah, so and they're gonna get kicked back from dealerships. Has dealership ever backed out when they found out your service and not the actual buyer? It is, I don't even remember the full story, but it's only happened once ever. I don't even remember the story because it was months ago. It was like eight or 9 months ago. We found a new deal within minutes for them. It wasn't that big of a deal, but yeah, they figured out who it was. They didn't want to do business with us, which is crazy because they were already talking to the client. It was like I want to say it was a Mercedes. It was, they didn't know who I was, but this was legitimately in my first like 6-8 months of business. And they said they didn't deal with outside people and they were still willing to help the client, but they wouldn't talk to me at all. They did not want me to be involved at all. They said they wouldn't deal with third party, and the client ended up shutting down the deal because they're like, yeah, we don't want to deal with you. Oh, but going back to this, when it comes down to this, we went in with an educated offer. That's fair. And they were great to talk to. Super easy to work with. Took about $2,000 off the cars. Removed all the ads. So we can pay the loan off in 30 days. But they need to finance it. Okay. Yeah, so like when you go, oh, sorry. So, can we give them an extra 500? All right, question. I want to see if I can text this number. That's funny. Question. Can we pay an extra? Love that idea. All right, I'm gonna do this question. We have to pay an extra few $100 more if it means paying cash. Okay. Yeah. What stops a buyer from they can refinance. So and every client's different, right? You got to remember, when it comes down to it, guys, my clients value their time more than they do their money. And in the end, I give my clients the best decisions for them. And in the end, they get to decide what makes the most sense for you. So like for this client, they said, we don't really want to finance. If they were open to it originally, now they're saying they don't want to finance. They're willing to pay more if they don't have to finance. They just don't want to deal with it. This dealership's actually only 50 minutes away from the client. They live a little bit farther north. So good to know. Hopefully, I just texted him and asked him that question. Oh, hey, Toby, I just texted the other number as well. Do we have to finance? Will pay dollars more if you. So in the end, they're saying, yeah. So there's no, and almost every loan in the United States, there's no prepayment penalty. The reason why, I know Sarah, that she's in finance. The reason why they say 90 days is because the dealership normally has no penalty for themselves. What happens is the dealership will take a charge back if you refinance within 90 days. Now, I told the client that they could, I told the client, texted them saying, you could just take this, pay it off in 30 to 90 days, call it a day. They might not want to do that. I just asked both of them, asking. Okay, we're asking. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wait. Oh, can I read this out loud on stream? This made my day. Congratulations. One second. Congratulations. This is amazing. Did you get a picture? Okay. Also, I'm talking with somebody. My mother-in-law. Okay, cool. So my client just said something really, really nice, and I want to read it on stream, but anytime I read it in my client's text, I like to ask. So we're going to ask if this client's good. Thank you for your help. Thank you. What does this email say? Oh my gosh, shut up, Ryan, let's do deals later. I'm kind of hungry. Okay, so that's going to be the end of this. That's going to be the end of this deal, right? It's not like, so when it comes down to used cars, it looks like this client's going to take this deal. Every client's different with the amount of work or the amount of what they want. This client was just in an accident. They need a car sooner rather than later. We could call all 8 of these, but he wanted something that he could ideally pick up. He wanted a car in Florida. We already showed him multiple options, but I wanted to break it down for you guys so you guys can see what I'm looking at every single time. And based on the market, it really doesn't make sense to call this one, right? And I'll give you guys a breakdown. So first off, this one's been on the lot for 119 days. It was originally priced at 38, now down to 33. And when it comes down to it, I would have to get this car because this is similar miles to the one we have. It does have a few more options, but I would have to get this car down to 28, 29 for it to make sense. And then the problem lies is, am I really going to get this car down to 28, 29, right? So what other cars do we have? We have this one, which is in California. Not a bad car, but did not want the brown interior. So that one doesn't line up, will not work. North Haven, this is also in the Northeast. Beige interior would be fine. This one's $36,689. For this price to make sense, though, we would have to be $7,000 off, right? And that's where this comes in, guys. When people are paying me to negotiate a car deal, and I make sure this is clear, people are not paying me to negotiate a car deal. People are paying me to guide them through the car buying process. And if I find a good deal and it makes sense to the client, why waste our time calling everybody else? Why go through all this rigmarole? This is the car they want. This is the deal they want. I'm going to throw it to my client. If it makes sense to them, that's great. If not, we keep looking. And they like this deal. We know what their budget is. He was trying to stay under $35,000 out the door. I never told my client dealership that. We're well under 35. We're actually $1,500 under budget. We get the car they want. They were just in an accident. So that did all happen. I wasn't just BSing all that. That is all real. That all happened. Okay, if you guys don't mind, double tap the screen. Let's double tap. Let's get some love in here so we can get the stream up popping. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, perfect. Okay, let me know so we can put the deposit down. Asking about cash. Okay, he did send me some videos, though. Let's look at these videos. Oh, these are bad videos, but... dirty. It's just dirt. It's wet. It's not even dirty, it's just wet. Is it dark outside? Does not have the moonroof. Good to know. Expensive. All right, boom. Okay, so he sent me a few videos. How many videos does this guy send? They cleaned this car up well. They did great. Doing videos, super impactful for the consumer. You got the ambient lighting package. Okay, he sent me like 4 videos. It's not ticky, it's the wind, guys. Looks clean. $19,000 miles on it. It's clean. These are great videos. This is exactly what you want for a used car. This... It was only contingent. Okay. Okay, one second. I gotta talk to him. And we... Without it. It's clean though. One second. Who did I send those pictures to? Okay, I'm sending those videos. Okay. Okay, guys, sorry. Yeah, I think that's good. I think it's a super clean car. Old videos, still daylight out in Florida, you think? I mean, it's kind of dark here. What up, Cody Carter? Perfect for moms if all children are grown. Yeah. Okay, I'm working on it. Car is ours. Ours waiting for finance. Boom. Okay. Dark here in Mass. Yeah, it's kind of dark here. It's not like dark. But we can pay it off. Yes. Yes. But they will see. Just you can do 30. Just tell them. Okay, cool. Don't judge Joe. Okay, now what the other car I want to do, guys, is we need to find a car for Sydney. Because Sydney's car, I thought we had done. We found somebody that knew who we were. It was great. And it was awesome. But you know what? The world has changed, and this dealership did not want to give us a $500 discount. So first off, I'm going to call David. I already texted you. David, I texted you. Do you get my text? I don't know who this is. Okay, it's not important right now. Let me go through and... Okay, I'm gonna call Ryan Sunshine. Terrell. He's not gonna answer my phone call.
Makula,
Oh wait, he finally answered me.
snow day is over.
Oh my gosh, yeah, you take an entire week off because of the snow.
Hey, that's what happens out here.
Hey, you want to do some car deals, or you just like to collect these things?
Let's do it.
Hey, really one major one, which is the sweetest lady in the entire world, frequent stream watcher, trying to get this Grand Highlander. It's a gas though.
Okay.
XLE,
Okay.
all-wheel drive.
But you said I have one silver, one red.
But does it have the pano moonroof?
Silver does.
But not the red.
The red does not.
She really wants this roof.
She wants one with the pano roof.
She wants one with pano roof.
Has to be red.
No, and she's pretty open on. Let me look at her text here. I want to say she was pretty darn open. She just didn't want silver. Like that was like,
my gosh.
it's like it was like the one color that's like a don't do this, please, I beg you.
That is so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, her heart was broken when you only had a silver.
And it has to be all-wheel drive.
Has to be all-wheel drive. Do you have a front-wheel drive?
Guess what? I do, but they're both silver. Actually, I have a red one.
You have a Pano roof, front-wheel drive.
Red.
I don't know if she'll take that. I don't even know if Sydney's here. Normally she's in chat, but I don't see her.
Red with gray interior.
I don't think she's here. Who is this Shyman dude? Yeah, I agree. Who is Shyman? Okay. So, okay. I can bring this up. Let me see. I'm pretty sure she said all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is a must, right? Okay. Just texted her. Okay. Let me see if
Just
she.
say, hey, take silver.
I'm not. She won't take it. Silver is like the one color she didn't want.
It's so good on resale value.
That's-
$3,000 discount.
You can do a $3,000 discount.
Takes the silver one. And it'll be here in like 3 days.
Silver's boring. Cody's just destroying your cars.
Cody?
Yeah, Cody's saying silver is boring.
Oh, God.
Finance is 1 second. Finance is who does the paperwork. Sorry for the confusion. Okay, sorry. Boom. Okay. 1 second. Need a thumbs up and I can lock up the deal. Silver looks better than red. Guys, I don't make the decisions. They're not my decisions to make.
Yeah, let's put it to a vote. Should
No,
she take the
no,
silver?
that's not. If Sydney was in the chat, then she could make that decision, but she's about to spend 50 grand. She gets to do that. Okay. I have this Tundra.
What is it?
This is I thought this was an iForce, but it doesn't show as an iForce. I thought I had a Tundra. Oh wait, this is the Tundra. Do you have any Tundra iForces?
Good question. I know I have Platinum, 1794,
Platinum,
and
what color?
Pros,
Platinum, what color?
8422. Lunar Rock, white, gray, black, red.
Gray?
Silver.
You got magnetic gray metallic?
I do.
In a 4x4?
In a 4x4.
Does it have power running boards and PVM by chance?
Power running boards, yes. What was the other one?
PVM. I don't even know if this car comes with PVM.
Yeah, it's standard.
Okay, cool. Yeah. What can you do on that car?
Okay. TSRP 76592. Okay.
Okay. 76.
What is Cody? What would Cody sell it for? That's the question.
Probably 10K off.
No, those days are gone, man. Come on.
What do you mean? They're not gone. I bet Cody would sell for 10K off all day.
72.
What, 2K back of invoice?
503.
3K back of invoice?
Actually, it's close. It's close to 10K. 66,998 with the rebate.
68?
66,998.
66. Okay, send me that one.
And then finance, they lose a $2,000 rebate, though. Remember?
Yeah. Send me that one.
This one's good, dude. This one's
That
really
the car I
good.
want. I know it's good. That's why I said send it to me.
It's coming your way.
Okay. I need this Tacoma very badly.
ETA.
Like this is like emergency level. I need a Tacoma lease deal.
Oh, lease? Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, in Texas, everything. Let me
What are
know
we
when
looking
you're- Tacoma, bronze oxide, white, silver, pearl, and TRD Sport. Needs to have the 14-inch screen and heated seats.
4x4, I'm assuming.
He's willing to take a two-wheel drive.
I think 4x4 lease is better. Let's see.
Tell Ryan 7540 $7,300 one pay.
This guy. Ask him if he can lease out of state.
Can you lease out of state, Cody? Please.
Wah, wah, wah.
Wait, don't. It's literally up the street from me. They have more high-end used cars on the lot than they do. Oh, it's funny.
Well, if they need heated seats,
Is that a deal
I
breaker for you?
don't think that's gonna be happening around here.
They're looking for a 24 or 36-month lease, whichever one's a better deal. Spending as least as possible. Don't want to trade in their car. If it doesn't have heated seats, then let me know anything else. They want the bigger screen for sure.
Yeah, I got it without the bigger screen. I mean, the heated seat package is like $4,500 anyway. It would make the lease pretty unattractive.
Okay, show me the one without the package, and I'll send it to him. I want this crazy. But Cody's talking about these crazy lease deals. So,
what were the colors again?
Bronze oxide, white, silver, pearl. I don't know what pearl is, but
bronze oxide, white, silver, pearl.
this is awesome. I gotta read this.
Ooh, I got a silver one for them. You want me to do it you want me to do it later? Or you want me to do it while you're on the phone with me? So Cody can hear what it sounds like.
Okay, tell Cody. I don't know. Yeah, I'm looking at this Corolla deal that I did with another dealership in Texas. It kind of feels dirty.
That you did with another deal?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The black one?
The black one where you wouldn't do the trade for me. Remember that?
Yeah, I didn't have it.
No, you had the car. You just wouldn't do the trade.
I didn't have the car.
Yeah, you had the car. Remember? You just wouldn't do the trade out of sight unseen.
275. Oh yeah. I would. Yeah. No. Yeah.
It's okay.
No, thank you.
You wouldn't, but somebody would.
Yeah. They would have to pay me extra to deal with all that. Okay. 10K miles.
Why do you have so many questions? So many questions. Let's do 7,500 miles. He's looking for a low mile.
I take 10K will be the lowest, but it's got a good residual.
No, she said Sydney said the all-wheel drive was a must for the Grand Highlander.
Sydney, I know you want silver. Hey, 45,000 TSRP, big screen, silver.
Okay.
TRD Sport. 39 months, no money down, $365 a month.
Okay. Sydney says no.
$5,000 discount.
She's here now.
What's up, Sydney? I want to sell you a car.
Well, maybe you should trade for it then.
Actually, I'll look into that.
Okay, I appreciate you.
But 365, this is a good lease.
Yeah, send me the lease. I told you, send me the lease. I'm not disagreeing with you. You got any Sienna LEs, all-wheel drives?
I'll never have an all-wheel drive Sienna LE as much as I would love to have one.
Okay, fine. Fine. Do you? Oh wait, let me see. This is an all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive. Well, Tristan's. Okay, I got one. Camry.
Oh yeah, let's go.
SE. Heavy metal only.
I know why they want that, because it's a great color. Let's see. I'm still working on here.
Oh.
Okay. SE? Just a SE?
SE, front wheel drive?
We're making it too easy on me? Let me see.
Oh wait, they do heavy metal black interior. Has to have the cold weather package. Shoot.
I knew it. I knew there was a reason they hired you. That's a tough car, man.
Is it? I'm gonna look how many there are around the country.
Yeah, let me know that. I'm actually interested in that.
SE. If only we can learn together. New. There's so many cameras in the country. Specific colors, heavy metal. There's 1,000 heavy metals in the country. With the front wheel drive. There's 886 front wheel drive, and then with cold weather package, oh geez, 74.
Okay, that's not bad.
What is the cold weather? Just a heated steering wheel?
I mean, I don't even have that. Let me see if I can find one. I don't have that package here, so I'm not even familiar with it. Let me see.
Let me see where they're all at.
Yeah, let me see if I can
find one. They do say they sell. There's one in Hamilton, Toyota, that's like right on the border of Texas. It's close. It's on the ground.
Yeah,
too.
I'm looking at the most expensive ones in Texas. I don't see.
New Mexico. There's a lot in Florida. Holy moly.
And a cold weather package in Florida. That's hilarious.
I don't make the rules.
Welcome to Toyota. Yeah, no, there's not a single one. I can't see the package. There's not one in Texas.
Well, if you want to, yeah, cold weather package, convenience package. If you want to shoot me a deal, I'm all for hearing your deal because I know it'll be crazy.
Yeah. I'll have a great deal on it. I mean, like 42, somewhere between 42 and 4,500 off minimum. I gotta look at it though.
Yeah. Okay. You want to do this last Tundra?
01L7. Let me see.
Send me that one. I got this last Tundra.
You got another Tundra?
Yeah. And this one's not a 9-force.
Just the normal one? That Camry person, they want black interior or gray, or did they say?
Black, I think.
I actually have it both.
Black. We'll only take black.
Okay. Put this in the email.
Sydney hates silver. It snowed like 7 inches in some parts of Florida.
Did it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Man, maybe they do need the cold weather package.
Jeez. Okay.
All right, Tundra. We're back on Tundra.
Okay.
What are we looking for?
Tundra TRD off-road. Limited.
Okay.
Nightshade. Black on black or lunar. Ideally wants the TRD off-road, pano, black on black, and if it has a 3-inch lift, that's a huge bonus.
What about smoked mesquite with black interior?
Nope. Literally the number one color he will not take is mesquite.
Blue? What about blue with black?
Blue is the second least. And if you say gray, that'll be the third one he didn't want.
021821. I mean, I have it with everything else he wants besides the off-road package. Is that negotiable?
Maybe bring it up. I'm all for bringing it up. Give him a deal that's too crazy that Cody won't beat.
Yeah, I will on this one actually.
Just on this one?
Just on this one because I have 7 of them.
Oh, okay. See, I'm just helping you.
Yeah, that worked out perfectly.
Boom, boom.
All right. Anything else?
Nope. I think that's it. Send me all those.
Welcome back, Tommy.
Well, you welcome back. You don't want to take a day off.
We were both gone for a little bit.
Yeah, that's true.
Thanks, bro.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, boom. Okay, boom. Okay, let's go look at a Grand Highlander for... Okay, so Grand Highlander. Now, looking at our search tool here, we are looking for an XLE. We are looking for ideal... She will take basically any color. Not any color. She does not want silver. The colors that she told me she wanted... Get down her notes. Is Storm Cloud, red. So red was one of them. Storm Cloud was the other one. Storm Cloud is a tough one. So it's the top one, never mind. And Blueprint. Boom. So we go here. We take new down and we need all-wheel drive, which there's a good amount. And then the Pano moonroof. There's 276 of these in the country. Oh, and Captain shares. What? There's no way they all have. Let's go. Let's go look. Okay. There's one dealership. Those are like 48,000. Oh wait, what in the world? Only new. Okay. Yeah, let's look. Okay, so we're trying to find one around here. We've already clicked on a lot of these. Hertridge. There's some dealerships over here that have them. I'm looking at my options. Bomarito. Just seeing by chance if I know anybody. So the Grand Highlander market is a little bit insane. So my first bet is just to look through everything and see, is there a world where I know? I think I know that dealership. Nope, I don't know. Cool. Probably not, though. I've called all the ones in Maryland. They're not moving. The ones in Maryland are not moving. So we go here. We want the cheaper one. We had one for 48,000. We had one for 48,000. This is a little rock. Pat Lob. It's not a bad deal. I've already called a lot of these dealerships. That's what we're doing right now. We're trying to see the ones we haven't. Yes, we called Fitzgerald. Sydney has been super patient with her deal, so I want to find her car. 50,000. Some stuff. I work for them, Criswell, and Criswell does not have a Toyota Star. Oh, wow. Boom, 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 boom. Called Kona. Called Ken Ganley. I called Malloy. We just saw that car. Called Wyatt. If I hire Arthur, for you, I would do your deal live. Arthur, I'll do your deal live just because you're a mod and you've been here forever. So yeah. Problem is I'm also hungry. We might take a break here, which I know you guys love, but I'm hungry. And every one of these cars I've already called on. This is frustrating. I don't know if there's a car that I haven't. No Atlantic. I'm trying to think if there's any. Yeah, what are you buying, Arthur? I'm curious what you're gonna buy. Actually, you can tell me on the consult. You booked a consult, so. Okay, guys. This is what we're gonna do. I'm actually really hungry. I'm gonna go eat real quick. Elgin. It's a good price car. Okay, we're gonna eat real quick. I know you guys love when I jump off, but I'm gonna take a little bit of a break. And I might jump on and do a stream later. But yeah, go to the gym, go do your things. I'm gonna go eat. And I will see you guys here in just a little bit. But peace out. I'm gonna make sure YouTube says goodbye. Bye. But yeah, bye. Make sure YouTube says bye.